Oh, I spit it out.
Ew, I just kissed a dude on camera.
To the message of the Word of God. Shall we pray?
Read what's written in the planets, hidden, scripted into granite. Tomes of medicine, akin to shin, forbidden, spitting maggots. I am sitting, speaking cantrips till my wicked king advances. While we slit the meek romantics on her twisted, bleeding canvas. Start to clock, congeal and curdle. Take the vaccination, now the rot is feeling fertile. Read the words of his damnation that are jotted and sealed in journals. Cleansing breath brings cremation, his inferno is eternal. Resurrected gods here and re-crown while choking kids. Please deny what knowing is a thing, a lot of broken bliss. Been subject to fraud since Pangea divided from ocean risk. We deicide the holiest and be beside us odious. My insides is red, going inside your necks. My rhymes address all the lies by the flesh. Hear the cries of doom and death as I breathe fire breath. Exercise the living flesh, ascending King Kaiser Rex. Fascists are crowned by the branches of an elder creep. A magic profound stops the acid bath and sell the king. The extra for getting baptized by Korean guys and man's lives. This tempest is made to capsize. Your chastised and chastised. Ashes surround bodies burnt up barren bones. Lightning crashes the ground. Heathens turn to staring stone. Yo, ritualistical fire is turning this mother to what this verse is. One rise higher now. The serpent's born to a Kaiser in his perfect form. My insides is red, going inside your necks. My rhymes address all the lies by the flesh. Hear the cries of doom and death as I breathe fire breath. Exercise the living flesh, ascending King Kaiser Rex.
Hell was not made for you and me. If you go, you'll go as an intruder. You'll go to a place that wasn't prepared for you to start with. You'll walk over the blood of Jesus Christ and spit in the face of God and walk by the cross and drop in hell. That's what'll happen to you.
Catastrophic, that the monster effects in this genre of death, not beyond the apex. A man of logic, spitting gospel text. It's a probable bed of a possible threat. Unsealing my seal with a fat man blast. You're concealing your squeals with a black mask pass. Revealing I'm real to your class that laughed. I smash in the dash cause I clap back fast. Testing up my scales as I crash out the ocean. Injected from my gills, pulling blood is corrosive. Infection make you ill, cause you're betting dead roasted. Perfecting how I kill with the plague brain flow. Get entangled the king, I'm thankful to be your tranquil disease. But in here there's no sympathy. Mangle with ease when you wrangle with me. Think you strangle with strings that you hear in the symphony. Chemicals embedded in the soul. I'm tragedy you read inside the scrolls. Chemicals embedded in the soul. Chemicals embedded up the tragedy you read inside the chemicals embedded in the soul. I'm tragedy you read inside the scrolls. Chemicals embedded in the soul. Chemicals embedded up the tragedy you read inside. Continuous terror with my thin thread breaks. Your strenuous terrors bring a brain headache. I'm sitting set astray with a kin to decay and a venomous wearer of skin dead snakes.
Creatures have both good and bad in them. The good and the bad are equally opposed to each other. With a creature with good and bad constantly fighting inside that individual, there is never really an absolute.
Smoke erodes and drones to the zone. Clone Poseidon's moaning groans atone. No one rowing, no is dying. Throwing stones is growing those broken bones inside of my overthrown opposing clones by choking Infant Island. Demons are blocking commands to bleed the men, starting like lamb. Well, I'm seeing the darkest strand of heavenly light across the dam. Don't believe in the heartless man is freeing men from gardens so grand. Rallies leaving your carcass crammed. The mental keeps you lost in sand. The golden Asmodeus beholden to an Odyssey, holding in his holiest of frozen living loneliness. Smoke omens of unholiness through visual oppression. Demons get you in possession with a ritual aggression. Split and undecided with the sick and mind divided. Spit inside the eyelids of the wicked, finding guidance. See the wicked are united in an absolute abyss, getting stricken in the grips as they grab you to resist.
Unmute them.
Oh, she's.
Alrighty, we are.
Oops.
Oh,
What?
shoot, I
What?
should start recording, baby.
What did I do? Okay. Nicole's on mute.
So. She's not on mute.
Hello?
Oh no. Okay,
Hi.
she's good. There was just like a weird mute thing at the bottom, but. Oh, there we are.
Alright, able to see that. We are recording. Let me just make sure waveforms are forming on the program. Also, should probably move that out of the way just a tad. We're good. Nicole, talk real quick.
Talk real quick.
It's the final countdown.
countdown.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.
Alrighty. Nicole, are you ready to rock?
Sure.
Do you remember the intro?
You never told me the intro.
Oh, it's the found footage one, the cat cam thing. We'll improv it.
Okay.
All right, okay. Whew. Nicole, check this out. I got a mini DV camera. I can capture anything with this goddamn fucker.
Cool.
I can, my life is found footage now. When I die, I'm just gonna have a big old crate. You'll be digging through them because, it depends on when I die. It could be a very small crate. It could just be a single mini DV if I wanna do a skateboard trick. Well, this is strapped to my head and I just beef it so hard I die. That's always a possibility. It's cool, and I think we can incorporate this for the stream. See, I got it hooked up. It's looking great. Is this good for an audio medium? No. But the people on the live stream, the chat is fucking loving this, and they're about to love it more because I can cat cam it finally. See, plugged. We're looking right at Butter right now. Look at her. She's sleeping. She's so cute.
What is cat camming?
It's a cat cam. Like, it's a cat camera. It's a cat cam.
Is it strapped to a cat?
No, it's just pointing at the cat. It's our cat cam.
Okay.
Look at her being so cute. You see it on the screen right now. It's not strapped to her. But what?
Maybe you strapped it to socks. I don't know.
No. He'd scratch me real quick if I tried that. Wait. What is she? Oh, are you begging right now, Butter? Oh, you're begging for bits on Twitch? That's cute. Oh my God. No, she's standing on her hind legs. She's going into a bag. What is this? She just pulled out a top hat and a cane?
Yeah.
Oh my God. She's doing the little Michigan J Frog. Hold on. I got to put this mic up to her. Man, that is adorable. Man. But are you just going to be walking nonstop now? Hey, she's finally hind-legging it, Nicole.
Yeah, I hate it.
Okay, all right. Well, then let's move the cat cam over to Socks. And what's... Oh, no. He is just punching an effigy of Nicole right now. This is...
Fuck.
I think we need to get rid of the cat cam unless... I think we can turn them into influencers, i.e. influence individuals to purchase and punch Nicole dolls. That could be pretty lucrative.
I don't like that.
All right, okay. Well, what the listeners will like is here today. My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And welcome to night 2 of the KaiJULY Con, brought to you by Mostly Speakin Sentai. Squagga deck deck, squagga deck deck. That was a pretty good improv, Nicole.
Oh, you have so much energy. I cannot match.
Oh, guys, my name's James, and I'm already on this is starting hour 3.5 of podcasting today. Oh, I hit it and crit could only record Saturday, and normally I would say, oh, guys, I have something planned, but they said, this is for the finale episode, fuckers, and I was like, we need to record this. I cannot push this back any longer, so I'm here. I'm beer. Gulp, gulp, gulp. I'm wasted right now, chocolate style. And let me introduce my guest, or not my guest, my co-host, my beautiful queen of the Nazarene. Yeah, guys, Nicole is overlording on Jesus in the afterlife, you know? She's the queen of Jesus. That's pretty gnarly as hell. It's the Nickel, the brick. Nicole Jacobs, darling homebody.
Hi.
Nicole, if you were to be a queen in the heavenly embrace, what would be your first decree to the people?
I don't know.
Would you scream, gays in heaven? And then they're like, no, please, we're scared. And you're like, you shouldn't be. They're really cool.
Yeah.
They're just like us, like the stars in USA Today.
Uh-huh.
I think that's USA Today. Maybe our guests will know. You want to introduce them, Nicole?
No.
Why not? You know them, you love them. The parents under the stairs. It's Ian and Presley.
Hi.
Don't whoop whoop on this stream.
I know you love it.
I don't. I love two things about ICP. The clown part and the fact that
Everything
I can
else.
turn them off. Hey-o! I am a fan. I just jest just like a clown would.
Whoa.
Okay, yay. How's that?
Oh, yeah, no, I like a... Oh, no, that's too monkey-like, or Homer J. Simpson seeing a donut for the first time.
Or,
Oh, okay, we're fine with that, because that is everyone's favorite guy, Tim Allen. He sells cocaine and snitches to the cops. He's an upstanding citizen. Did you guys know that?
Part.
Nicole?
No, I didn't know that he was a snitch.
Oh, yeah, he got caught with a whole mess of cocaine and did very small amount of time, you know? He snitched, baby.
I did know he was a cocaine guy, though.
Cocaine,
That was
milk and cookies, lying to his wife about getting a vasectomy, all the things Tim Allen is known for.
Yeah.
That's a home
because
improvement.
Home Improvement is canon to his real life.
Yeah, baby. The writer's room pull from real-life experiences when it comes to sitcoms. Even though all the tropes are always there, the specifics that get you to that situation are specific to those writing interior living room. They hear Wilson scream outside. Oh no, who could that be? It's Wilson. Oh my God, a raccoon ripped his face off, so he's
This
actually...
isn't freaking...
Don't say the name of it.
The podcast.
Okay, good. It's secret right now.
Ooh, was that a spoiler?
I mean, there's a script writing podcast that me and R2 Shelby too. That's not a spoiler, but the name of it is.
Okay.
Or maybe I did. How are you guys today?
We're fine.
Not too shabby.
Baby's choking.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
This is our baby Jack. As you know, we are parents.
Uh-huh.
Under the stairs. Yeah. So that's a baby. He's joining us today because he wouldn't nap.
are you under the stairs because you're hiding from them?
We're hiding from Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also live in apartments, so it's just like we have to live under stairs because
Mhm.
Oh,
Unless you're on top floor.
We're in the middle.
True.
We're sandwiched.
middle. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
There's somebody on each side of us.
That loves bass.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, they love bass, and I think they love to free bass. So they're up all night too.
Hell yeah. I love.
just the bass will just vibrate you to sleep.
Yeah, why not that?
We bought some pretty nice sleep headphones. It's kind of been fixing the situation, but the first year or so was pretty miserable.
Wow.
I just start peeing in their window, and then they'd be like, "Oh my god, what's going on here?" Every time I do a bass, it starts smelling like human urine.
Well, we would just like leave music on all day or all night or something, but that would annoy our cat and our baby too. So I
Mhm.
don't really want to like be playing Cannibal Corpse for 4 hours straight on full blast because that would affect the people around me. Maybe if we go on a vacation, I'll like leave music on.
This is what you do. You get an electric guitar, and you just practice
Just
one
do a
chord
noise complaint.
over and over
Doesn't
again.
work.
What, noise
When you
complaints?
live in
or-
If you live in apartments this cheap, noise complaints don't mean anything.
Oh. I guess we're just decent human beings, so the
Yeah.
one time we got a noise complaint, they were like, we were like, "Oh, okay, we are so sorry. We will not do the thing that was making noise."
Yeah.
Oh, we just got a dude upstairs telling us you better not call security again.
Oi.
Yeah, you got to start making with the pee-pee, dude. It's
I'll
the
take
only
your word
way.
for it.
What other ways could you prevent them? I guess.
Dude, I think about it a lot. I've gone online and like searched for things that can like mess with neighbors and stuff. Like there's like hydraulic systems that you can have like that go boom, boom, like on the ceiling and shit.
No, just
And,
put
like-
sugar in their gas tank.
Oi.
They don't drive.
Oh, okay. Put sugar in their asshole.
Wait.
Then they'd have to thank me.
What? No, that if get a very, the raw sugar in the raw, it's very
Ooh, yeah.
grainy. They're not gonna
Yeah.
like that.
Till it melts.
It's gonna take a while, and from what I hear, they got a cold asshole.
It's real
I'll have
dry.
to experiment a little tonight to see how that works.
But they might have, as teenagers, watched that Howard Stern movie, and that's just the only way they can have an orgasm. Yeah, I hope you guys understand that reference.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one
Yeah,
knows
private
that.
part.
Okay.
Everyone does.
It's
Yeah.
the Sibian machine.
Yeah,
The Sibian machine.
See, Nicole was like, "Oh, no one gets that reference." No. You're the only one who doesn't get that reference.
Jack's like, even I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Howard Stern. I'll try this out. Everyone listening, just put.
No, but
Put
I
the
do know
subwoofer.
Howard Stern's penis.
Oh yeah, baba booey, baba booey.
Papa Booey.
All right, let's try this, guys.
Whoa, are we in Archive 81 right now?
Was I supposed to make screaming orgasmic sounds?
No,
over
that's jokes. People really don't scream when they orgasm. They just go, "Oh," and that's it.
that? Maybe you.
Oh, I don't make a peep.
You just straight face the whole time.
Oh yeah. No, I've done on streams. I've emulated the exact sound I make when I orgasm, and Nicole gets uncomfortable when I do it.
Yep.
She says, "I am not hot, just bothered." Well, guys, do we get into Cloverfield? I don't. What?
Yeah, let's
let's
do it.
do
I'm enjoying this conversation we're having now.
Yeah,
Actually.
I'm learning a lot about you guys' dynamic. And
Okay, then let's do this. what about horror appeals to you as a couple and as individuals?
As a couple, it's really what brought us together. We met on Tinder, like first and foremost, and I've met a few people on Tinder, and it was just silly. But Ian's Tinder profile was the first one I saw that said he liked horror movies, and I was like, oh shit, that's fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
'Cause
Pretty much you too. Like, it was really hard finding girls that liked horror movies too. And
Yeah.
she had a horror tattoo sleeve like front and center on her picture. So I was like, hell yeah. Lucky enough, she swiped whatever way means you approve, and look at me, man. I'm lucky, man. And
Hell
I got
yeah.
a baby.
You got a free baby out of it.
Hell yeah.
yeah, he just
Baby.
appeared one day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how babies work. A stork comes, they drop it off.
Yeah.
Done deal.
But not only that, like, it gives us something to talk about all the time. Like,
Mhm.
we're always talking about serial killers and horror movies and all kinds of conspiracy theories and stuff. Like, we're just really into like the darker side of life and the stranger side of things. And it just gives us something to talk about and something to occupy our mind to take us away from how shitty this world can be sometimes.
Yeah, you watch Serbian film and you're like, yeah, I no longer am worried about the world.
Exactly.
Exactly. If you can survive a Serbian film, then you can probably survive like a day in court or something. You know what I mean?
I guess I can't survive a day in court because I will never watch a Serbian film.
You've never watched it?
No, thank you.
I've
does
seen it 5 times.
Every single guest I have on Horror Corridor or anything, I'm always like, "You've never watched it?" Like, I'm always surprised, and I shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not. You are in the minority here, guys.
Yeah, and like to us, it's, I mean, because it's kind of one of those things that like once you actually watch it, it's not really that bad.
Okay.
In all honesty, but like, but the thing is like people who haven't seen it, they're always gonna hold it pretty high on that pedestal.
I guess
But the first time you watch it, yeah, it's pretty hardcore. But like, I'd say after you get past that first time, whether you watch it again or whether you just kind of think about it, you're like, yeah, it had some messed up parts, but overall, as a package, it's not the worst thing in the world.
The worst thing in the world is Nothing But Trouble, starring Dan Aykroyd.
I say it's Pink Flamingos.
Pink Flamingos is John Waters.
Yeah, that movie horrifies me.
And then a Dan Aykroyd film?
Yeah, have you heard of it at
No.
least?
Okay.
It's not even like a horror. It's like a horror comedy, I guess, but it has Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, John Candy, Demi Moore. It's like an early 1990s.
And the National
film.
Underground with Tupac.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they're there too. It's just so much. It makes me uncomfortable because it's about this judge who's like 100 and some years old, and they're trying to escape. It's like a House of Horrors kind of thing.
Lots of like traps and little I don't know, dungeons and stuff that people can like. It's a labyrinth of craziness. I don't know. You should watch it. I think you'd like it, James. It's funny.
Okay.
It's got
I
it's
love
funny. It's wacky. I think it would make good content for one of your shows for sure because it's like one of the most hated movies, kind of like The Pest or something, where like people just say nothing but bad things about it. But when you actually watch it, it's kind of a fun time.
I don't think Dan Aykroyd really makes good movies because besides like Ghostbusters and maybe a couple others, you look at the rest of his filmography and you're like, wowzers, he makes a lot of stinkers.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I don't know. Yeah, he's more like nowadays. He's more into like the paranormal and the weird stuff. So like, I think that's kind of a cooler side of Dan Aykroyd to see than the mediocre movies of the 80s and 90s.
I want to see him team up with Zach Bagans.
The ghost hunting guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what they
That'd be kinda fun.
they can get up to in a haunted village.
See what they could conjure together.
Ooh, yeah. Nicole, your thoughts on Zach Bagans?
Who the fuck is Dan Aykroyd?
Oh, he's was the dad in Crossroads.
I don't know what that is.
Yes.
He was in that one movie, Ghostbusters. He's like the
Cool,
main
cool, cool.
Ghostbusters dude.
The Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers,
Fucking
Cool.
Saturday Night Live, Coneheads. He's
Yeah.
main Conehead guy.
Beldar.
Cool.
He's Beldar.
He's just like one of those SNL guys that had his hand in everything
Yeah.
during his duration of SNL.
Nicole, owner or co-owner of House of Blues.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I don't know of any movies that you would know Dan Aykroyd from.
All right. Cool.
I don't have my iPod on me, so
He's in like 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
he might have been a voice in one of the Studio Ghibli movies.
Okay.
Probably.
I'll check. Well,
It's not important.
It's
It's
so
fine.
important. It's
the
Dan
most
Aykroyd.
important thing.
Oh, bye, James.
I guess I could just show you a picture of Dan Aykroyd, and that's the easier thing instead of saying, all right, what do you know him from? And I just show a picture, and you're like, oh, I know him from this. Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, someone gave us a whoop whoop. I don't know who it is though.
I believe that's Goose Von Kaiser, a.k.a.
Oh.
Sean of Shuffling the Deck.
Whoop whoop, Sean.
Whoop, whoop. Oh, I
I-
hate saying that.
I listen to your show sometimes.
Oh.
Dan Aykroyd. So yeah, Nicole now knows every single thing about Canadian actor Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
What else was he in? I swear to God he was in a Studio Ghibli movie. I don't know. Oh, 1941 that I just got on VHS. You ever seen that?
No.
That was one of the ones I was thinking was kind of mediocre, but was that good?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Or,
Caddyshack 2?
Spies Like Us was another one that I thought was pretty boring.
I think it was also the dad in My Girl.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He loves playing daddies.
He is a daddy.
Oh, he was in Casper as the doctor.
He was in Casper for like a second and a half.
Hey, he was hey, if you're in there even for a
Yeah,
blip,
what?
you can still say you're in Casper.
All he says is, who are you going to call? Someone else.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Just a cameo.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he's like in his Ghostbusters gear too.
Christmas with the he's fucking Yogi Bear.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Dan Aykroyd is Yogi Bear in
Dan
the Yogi Boy.
Aykroyd is fucking Yogi Bear.
Yeah, he's pounding that little ass.
No lube.
All right, is there an animation sector? Just voice guest appearances on SNL? No, I guess he's never been in a Studio Ghibli.
All right, so the only movie I've seen that he's in is like fucking Yogi Bear.
Possibly, yeah. And only his voice. And Casper, you saw him for a blip in Casp.
Okay.
You know, can I keep you? And he says, oh, heavens to Betsy, no. And then he runs out of there because Casper's the scariest ghost ever. He's going to kill you so you stay in there.
Can I ask why Cloverfield?
Yes.
Well, we were kind of going through kaiju. You guys said kaiju, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're like kaiju horror, and I think Cloverfield was what kind of clicked
Yeah.
for us. So I thought it was a good fit.
You could also do
We're-
the host.
We're big fans though of the Cloverfield world.
Mhm.
Like not just the first movie. We really, really liked the second one and really, really liked the third one, which I think is underrated. But the thing is it was kind of like hard for me to remember some of it because I think I was really baked. She remembers a lot more of the third one, and she can confirm that it's pretty good.
The Paradox?
Yeah, Cloverfield.
Oh, yeah. That was like a straight to Netflix one. That was really good.
Oh, we got we got David Oliarchek saying Cloverfield slaps. And so I think Nicole was in the same boat. When thinking of Cloverfield, we're like, oh, that's very 2007-y. Like in our mind, we remember it as that. But rewatching it, we were like, this movie fucking rules. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is great. But there are a few issues with it. I don't know if you want to get into those now or later.
Yeah, let's do it. To me, the only issues I feel and the only 2070 of it is just being very dismissive, or the whole like, oh, I'm going to tell everyone you guys had sex, and oh, you're a woman and you should love me and not dude from Superstore. Besides that, I love every part of it.
The guy that Rob, I think was his name. That guy.
No, the chick that she brought to the party, or the dude she brought to the party.
Oh yeah. The guy that left or whatever. My problem would be kind of in the realm of that, and that was just overall the dialogue in general. And it's really doesn't matter when you watch a kaiju movie, whether it's Godzilla or there's some Godzilla movies that have really good like dialogue and stuff, but most kaiju movies, you're focusing more on like the monster violence.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of really brutal and really fun monster violence in this, and it definitely overshadows the dialogue. But that first 10 minutes that's all in the apartments and showing their relationship, it is a slog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like when I tried to get my 10-year-old to watch the movie, he wanted to turn it off so bad. I mean, that's pretty like normal for a kid, but I did too. And then like even when they're like running from the monster and stuff, some of the melodrama and stuff, like some of the like, you have to go on without me, and like all that stuff, it is very cliche, like Hollywood style, like almost Michael Bay feeling. But other than that, I think the movie's fantastic.
I think it's just now that we're further into what found footage can be, and it can be like very improvised, so the dialogue feels supernatural and the decisions feel natural, where I don't care how much I am friends with someone, I'm not going towards a monster for them of that size and that magnitude. And once I find out it's like plopping out of its skin tinier monsters, I'm running even further away from my friend. I think the only person I would like go to try and save is Nicole.
And that's what I kind of picked up. It was kind of like a weird like love story sort of thing where he's just like, I'm gonna go get her, you guys can come or you can go away. But
and man, those guys are down for life to be like following Simp Boy through the city after, you know, like through all of that shit. Like, would you follow your friend over some chick like that? Like,
no.
I would be spending the time convincing my friend like she's far, and the fact that she was even in the apartment when they got there, that was like they were lucky that she didn't like just, you know, because think about 9/11, everybody got down as fast as possible to the lower floors, but then she had rebar stuck in her, so
yeah,
I mean it makes sense. But
I for real, if Frank were still alive, I would have gone back for Franklin. No,
the kitty?
Yeah. Because that dude, #1 guy. So that would have actually been a more interesting thing. Instead of going after a girl, it's two friends who have a cat. They own a cat. It's their best friend. And they're like, we need to go rescue him to be safe.
Narratives that are based on pets are like really, I feel like they work really well, like that Keanu movie or like John Wick and stuff. I think people really relate to, because, you know, how many people do you know that are like, I would be so much more sad if my pet died than if like my family member died, you know? People like that. You know, you've heard people say that. So yeah, I would love a kaiju pet saving movie.
Hell yeah. Let's write it up, brothers. There was one other thing. So this was just a little bit of trivia, because you watch this movie and it's a pretty short movie, but they did that intentionally because the memory cards that would go in those cameras were about 80 minutes. So if you take off the credits and that like opening blurb about like, hey, this is pieced together from government footage, it is as long as one of those memory cards would hold.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. And there is a lot of that type of Easter egg business before the movie even came out. How old are you guys? I'm really quick.
3027?
30, 27, and I'm 35. So I don't know if you guys remember when they rolled this out, but there was a lot of viral marketing beforehand that came out. And
Or
it started off
MySpace
with
pages.
like a fake website about a Japanese soda, and they were getting special minerals from the bottom of the ocean, and it was really vague. And there were a couple tiny, like maybe like a cartoon monster somewhere on there, but it was really goofy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Then later came like a picture that was a mirrored picture of a woman crying with some blood on her face, and that actually was linked to Cloverfield, but also linked back to that soda. So people were trying to make all these connections, and there were a few other things too, but it was a big ARG, and pretty unique for the time because Blair Witch did an ARG, but it wasn't to this extent where it had people hunting all over online for things. So in 2007, it was a big deal. It had a lot of people hunting around for things.
That's
Nicole,
super weird.
Nicole, do you remember this movie
Nope.
at all when it was coming out?
I don't remember like any advertising for it.
Yeah, I feel like I just saw it and I was like, this is good.
Well, because it was, I might be wrong, but was it J.J. Abrams' like first production under Bad Robot? Or, I mean, it's what put him on the map. He wasn't like as big of a name before this.
I think
He's
it
not the
was
director. But he
Lost first and then this.
Okay. Yeah, but like definitely, dude had a lot of like really smart ideas to put towards this with the viral marketing, and there's a lot of things here that hasn't been seen before, especially like a giant kaiju movie, but shot found footage, which makes the CGI. Usually, kaiju CGI looks kind of bad because you're focusing on it so much, but when the camera is shaking around that much, it kind of gives you a little bit of a handicap for bad CGI because it's shaky cam.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing each pixel like so up close. So that really helped. And later movies like District 9 really took advantage of that, like shooting, like they did a lot of the CGI under VHS tape and stuff. So it looked really real.
Yeah. Also, instead of it being like on a 35 millimeter, very high quality camera, it was that you could, even though they weren't using like, hey, you can get this right off from a shelf and be good to go. They were professional cameras they were using, but it wasn't super high quality. So you can mask a lot of that with just the quality of video stock.
Judging by the mobility of the camera too, I'm thinking that it was supposed to be a mini DV cam or something like that. Not like one of the like skateboard cameras, you know, that you hold like I handle, but so I'm assuming it was that. The version that we watched last night was like really, really remastered, so it was like 1080p or if not 4K. But I think when I originally watched it, it was like 720p quality. It didn't look that great. It didn't look as good as it looked when I watched it last night for sure. Like there's been a lot of change in the years since Cloverfield came out. And like we have a Cloverfield DVD, which looks terrible in comparison to what we watched it on HBO last night, and it was just really clean looking. It just looked like a huge movie, like bigger movie than it ever has looked.
Yeah, there were like multiple times where I feel like maybe because it's like a first person POV, I was like, it feels like I'm on a Universal ride.
Oh, yeah. Like, it truly feels like the best Universal ride you could ever go on.
Or kind of like a haunted house, like kind of a little bit where you're being taken from room to room and like being shown these little set pieces here and there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it reminded me of. So yeah, kind of, or a dark ride, which is a mix of a haunt and a ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of felt like that. Like you were on rails sort of, or on rails video game kind of.
Hell yeah. So let's just get into the movie. Also, I did look, it is like a kind of over the shoulder camera, but not a super high quality one. It's not like a huge one that you would put on like a steady cam.
It was probably like the VX 2000 or something, which was pretty big consumer camera at the time.
I believe that is the, oh no, it was the Oh yeah, the HVX200
Okay. I was close.
for the interior scenes, and then the Sony Cine Alta F23 high definition video camera for all of the exterior footage.
Interesting. But yeah, those are. I mean, they were probably both consumer cameras, unless they they like use something really professional and dumbed it down or something.
It looks like they might be prosumer.
Mm.
But we're spending too much time on the camera. People are like, we don't give a shit. Hey, live from Studio C is here in the chat. It's Comatose.
Comatose.
Hey.
I'm not sure
What's up?
what he is saying because it is very far away and I got these blue blockers on. But let's get into this movie. A quick rundown. We will be
He
seeing...
said, "Hola, compadres."
Hell yeah. Jason and Rob are brothers. HUD is TJ Miller. Lily and Jason are partners. Marlena is Lizzie Kaplan. That's what we know. I believe that is correct.
Marlena is Janice Ian from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
I know Lizzie Kaplan from voice acting stuff.
She's in.
Really?
No. I was
We were
gonna say
racking
she's
our
in
brains on
Party
what she
Down,
was in
but-
last.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is she in Party Down?
I
Is she that girl?
I think so.
She looks just like her, like the main girl in Party Down.
Or is that Lake Bell? I do get those two
don't remember.
confused. Visually, not sound-wise.
Yeah, visually they look similar.
'Cause
Same hair, same. face.
Isn't Lizzie Kaplan in that conspiracy theory cartoon show that Brett Gelman's in on Netflix? Who knows?
I don't know. I love Lizzie Kaplan though.
Yeah.
Guys, imagine the audacity of living in a skyrise outlooking Central Park. I just feel like that's like you saying, "Hey guys, I hunt some elephant for their ivory yesterday," and you're like, "Jesus Christ, man, calm down! Don't brag about that."
I know. I immediately felt lorded over when this movie started. Like I felt like these people are so much fucking richer than me. Like I just
Like,
kinda
I
wanted.
can never afford a home.
I already like wanted to punch some faces as soon as the movie's like showing all these rich people, and they had nice ass cell phones too. Like they were filming stuff. Like they had their phones out and shit. And
Yeah.
for the time, they had like really good phone video and shit. Like just some rich ass motherfuckers.
Life is decadent when you're living on the Upper East Side.
To be rich and young in New York in the early 2000s.
Ooh,
What a different time.
damn, you could go to UCB and see Amy Poehler on stage. You could go to the UCB and see Chris Gethard showing you a mattress he lost his virginity on.
Gross.
The only thing I know about, or you want to know what? You could go there and see the Ninja Turtles down in those sewers.
That's more my speed. That's what I could afford.
Or you could give Spider-Man a hug on Times Square.
Ooh, the real Spidey, Peter Park?
Oh yeah, it smells just like him.
Damn. What do you think Peter Parker does smell like?
Freedom.
Okay.
He smells like skeet.
Oh,
Lots and lots of skeet.
Hate you so much.
I think, have you ever smelled a spider web? They smell weird. They smell like dusty. That's what he probably smells like. And sweat.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Like
I
a
bet.
teenage boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say is like teen BO.
Yeah.
I think he
the
smells
worst.
like Irish Spring.
He smells like the new Flamin' Hot Cheetos Mountain Dew flavor.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with that. People are saying stuff. James, why are you smelling spider webs? It's just a thing you sometimes...
That's a valid question.
If you're crawling around, you'll smell a spider web. Like if there's a big old hunk of wood that has spider web on it,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, that smells
You know,
weird.
you ever go to your friend's house and just go in their crawl space?
Yeah. My
Smell spider
That's my
webs.
work. I'm always in crawl spaces.
It's my pastime.
that,
So yeah, I know what a spider web smells like. What am I talking about? It's
Yeah.
like that's my mornings.
it's
Yeah.
also, my brother went into a crawl space once at a babysitter's house because he was the only one slender enough to get in there and
Yeah.
rescue a litter of kittens that
Real
was back
slender.
there.
Oh.
They were goopy as hell, baby.
Ew!
Gross.
Because they were just birthed.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Ew.
mean, that makes sense. There's so much dust and crap down in a crawl space to get stuck to that goop, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
It must have been fun to clean up. I got stuck in a crawl space once. There was a pipe that I tried to get under that was about this far from the ground, and I think I had too much to eat that morning. And there was no one at the house around for miles either. So I was just like, and then finally I just kind of sucked it in and got out. And
You're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to digest and dump out this extra weight.
dude, it was fucking scary. Getting
Yeah,
stuck in
I
a crawl space is not a way I want to die.
Yeah, I have like anxiety dreams like that of like getting stuck in spaces that are just like pitch black.
I kind of, at first it was a little bit hard, like when I get into the really dark ones and get stuck and stuff, but now it's just, I'm used to it.
I don't know why. Oh, I know why I wrote this. I was like, why did I write down, I'm scared of it? And I think it's the filming right in the beginning of the video. You see those two lovers in bed, and she's like, I'm scared of it. And that's me. I'm scared of everything. Or maybe they were talking about Coneyland. I don't know.
What?
She's scared to be around people that aren't making six figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was like, 6 figures? I've made that before. But no, I'm thinking 5 figures.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought 6 figures was a lot. Maybe it's just a lot to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If I was
It's a
making
lot.
$100,000, when I was making $40,000, I was like, I can do anything I want.
Yeah, we're
I'm
halfway
a
to making
living
6 figures.
God.
Oh,
I
hey,
should
that's
have said
good.
that out loud.
I mean, that's good.
Not in the Northwest. It's expensive here, man.
Oh, you also
And
have children.
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they pay off though.
Oh, really?
Tax season?
Yeah, man. With Biden and everything, you get that tax money for the kids.
Hell yeah. But, I mean, you still have to pay for more food and all of that. Does it balance out?
Yeah, I mean, baby food, we make it, or our mom makes it, but pretty cheap.
Okay, all right.
But we do. She like makes like veggie cubes, and then you just melt the cubes down and feed it to them. It's really simple.
Okay.
And we're not buying formula at
Yeah.
the moment, thank God. So
Yeah, he's still breastfeeding, and look how big he is, man. He's like 21 pounds.
A
And
chunk.
that's his ribs show.
Can you hand me a shirt? I gotta wipe up some of the spit.
Nicole, we might just have to crack my nuts open and splooge some semen out because that's the only way we're getting to it.
Gross.
Because the vas deferens is closed.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Why would we need to do that?
To have a child, a baby.
With
and the-
your shitty genetics?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
thank you.
And your shitty genetics.
Shittier genetics?
Wait,
No,
also, why
thank
coming at
you.
me, my shitty genetics?
Because you said to
And by the
get
time you
your
guys have the
sperm
baby, the
out.
tax break will probably be gone anyway. So,
Okay.
because
All
that's
right.
that's the way things work.
Oh,
Then you
man.
can just put him up for adoption like everyone does.
Whoa, wow. That got sad.
I'm sorry.
Do a lot of people put up for adoption? What's the
I don't
adoption
know.
rate
I
these
kind of
days?
just said that though.
I don't think it's
I don't think it's
large.
that common. Yeah. I don't know anyone that's ever done it, honestly.
And it's really expensive if you want to go take a kid. Like, it's a long process and very expensive.
My sister almost gave her daughter up for adoption, but then at the last minute was like, nope, I can't do this. I enjoy this child.
Yeah, it would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Nicole,
So
what?
where were we on the
Oh,
movie?
yeah. Let's. She was scared.
I like their use of like taping over another tape
Mhm.
It is
and
a solid
having
baby.
that like
Thank you.
that interstitial throughout the movie. I really
Like the
that.
flashbacks they have from
Yeah.
their Coney Island times.
Yeah.
That was a bummer to me. I'm like, oh, they were so happy 3 weeks ago.
Even
Yeah.
though I don't think the SD card works that way.
I
That's
don't
kind of how mini DV
care.
tapes work.
Oh, they did?
That's how a mini DV tape would work, but not an SD card.
Okay.
The thing is, that back in 2007, they haven't fully switched over to SD cards for every camera. I don't know if that was supposed to be an SD card. Shooting stuff onto a drive back then was like that was like expensive ass camera. So I would say they were probably supposed to be doing it onto a mini DV tape, but
Okay.
that might go against your theory about the memory card.
The camera that I looked up is an SD. That like, but if
Okay.
what they were using like in show, like in canonically, was a mini DV, I was just like, even like if you were recording on a VHS, it would still, unless you like skipped forward a little bit, it wouldn't have that little area in there. You would just keep
like
filming.
I just assumed because he's like doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
You're-
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. The only time that really you are right, Nicole, because the only time that really does happen is if you go back and watch your footage and you play it a couple seconds after, and that's if you've already taped over something. So it's like really there shouldn't be any overlap like showing footage from behind unless
Mhm.
somebody was like pausing the video and then like going up a little bit on the timeline and
Okay,
then
but the
starting
thing
again.
is, you can't find logic in a movie like
But
this.
But that's when it happens, is when they either like turn it back on or from like watching footage or whatever is when that
So
happens.
yeah, it could be the fact like maybe they were trying to allude to the fact that they were like pause or like turning it off and on and like that camera. I don't know.
Yeah. All I know is I hear this movie has the film debut of one Pizza Rat. So I'll let you guys know the scene that we see Pizza Rat, because he is in this. He's doing background work, but ooh, baby, he knows the camera and how to work it.
Pizza Rat, Chuck E. Cheese.
No, Pizza
Splinter?
Rat. No, Pizza Rat. He was a rat that someone took a picture on a video of.
Oh,
and
with
he
the
was-
big slice of pizza.
Yeah, he was carrying a big
Yeah.
old slice. Pizza Rat.
Pizza
Yeah.
Rat.
Oh yeah, Pizza Rat.
Yeah, he's probably still going strong.
Nicole, just
Yeah.
like Lily looks at Rob, I believe, as a brother, do you look at my brother as a brother, or just an estranged person who isn't technically estranged?
Sure.
All right, okay.
You know, I thought Colossal was going to be the most depressing movie until we watched Cloverfield.
Yeah, this one's pretty sad.
It's so depressing.
I didn't think it was that depressing. What was the depressing part for you?
All of it. It's a close-knit group of friends that watch their, like, brother figure get just
yeah,
slammed. And they're like,
starts
"Oh, no."
out with
Okay, so
that.
this is where we differ. I thought that the monster was the person I was supposed to be rooting for, and I thought that was a happy ending. So
No. And then
Oh.
just imagining having to, like, your mom calls and is like, hey, are you guys okay? There was this crazy thing that happened in the city you live. Most of the time, well, all the time something like that happens in Chicago, our parents will call and be like, you're not around there. And it's like, you know where we live, guys, besides my father. He sure doesn't. He's never been here. Besides to help us move. He made it in
If
just
he
like
has
that.
another obligation as well.
Well, sometimes even if he has another obligation in town, he won't show up. So imagining
Roasted.
like if my brother and I lived in the same city and then my parents call and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, like Patrick died, like we were on that part. That's depressing. Seeing your friend just get exploded from the like a thin wall and you see like the shadow of just blood spray on there, you're like, oh my God. Seeing your friend get eaten in half then dropped out of a monster's mouth, having to pull your like ex-lover off from
Rhubarb?
off some rhubarb, pulling her off and then seeing her go away, and then you're like, yes, we're getting out of here. Then a fucking shitty helicopter driver's like, I'm gonna stay within arm's length of this monster.
Oh, that was stupid. Yeah, they were like trying to get a good look at it or something.
Yeah, this is This is a tragedy, as the bard William Shakespeare would say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it just didn't affect me that way for some reason. And I mean, that's just kind of how I mean, I just didn't really, I think it was because of all the melodrama and like the heavy acting and stuff. I kind of felt like I was watching Armageddon or something, which I don't find,
Excuse you.
but I know that one's supposed to be sad too, but I don't find it sad. So that's the point I was trying to get at.
You watched the Blair Witch Project and you're like, girl boss, get it? Hell yeah, slay queen.
I tend to usually root for the villains because I watched a lot of slasher films growing up,
Mhm.
and that's kind of like how you watch them.
Yeah.
Usually, like you're rooting for Jason or Freddy or whatever.
Serbian film, who did you want to win?
Okay, Serbian film, I was rooting for the main character in that movie.
I was
But
rooting for the baby.
yeah, the baby. But the baby just has a cameo.
You watch Inconvenient Truth and you're like, hell yeah, greenhouse gases.
Get it, ozone layer.
Deplete.
Ozone layer's getting fucked hard.
Uh-huh. Holes everywhere. Gaping. I really liked when HUD was introducing himself to Lizzie Kaplan. He goes, oh yeah, my name's HUD. And I wish it had gone on longer. And she's like, did you say hug? No, HUD. Hum? No. Hun? Hub? Like the restaurant? Okay.
Hut? You live in a hut?
Yeah, just go through all of this stuff. But then people would be like, that's kind of cheesy.
I
Also,
mean, it already was cheesy, so why not?
yeah, she should have said, just because you're a man doesn't mean I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Which were the vibes I was getting? Because you could read her face and she's just like, leave me the fuck alone,
Mhm.
please.
But right when this first attack happens it's awesome. Like from those first fireballs that Jet set out, this movie goes from 0 to 150 instantly, and it's like how it's shot, the feeling it's conveying, the pandemonium, the 9/11 of it all as well. It's
And
just
you have to keep in mind, most people were going into it blind at first,
Mhm.
so nobody knew if this was going to be a slasher film, a monster movie. Most people were leaning towards Godzilla or something coming out of the ocean. That was like the closest anyone could get.
Mhm.
But people were even talking, this could be a horror film, this could be straight up sci-fi in space. Like nobody knew what was going on. So when you first see those all the fire and all the mayhem going on, you don't know if it's a war movie or what, you know?
Yeah.
So it or if like an alien attack. So it was really cool the first time I saw it, like
Mhm.
having no idea what I was watching. And that's the way I showed it to my 10-year-old son a month ago. I was like, I'm not telling you what it's about. I'll show you the cover because the cover doesn't really give you too much. It's just Statue of Liberty and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was so mad at me for the first 15 minutes because I wouldn't tell him what it was. And then when it finally shows the monster, he was all in.
Hell yeah. Did you guys know that the Statue of Liberty head is larger in the movie than it actually is?
I did
I
not.
did not know that.
Because they said if it's
How much larger?
a pretty a sizable amount to the fact that they had to be like, to anyone in the know, we know it's larger, but if we made it to scale, everyone would think it was, they'd be like, that's not, you made it too small.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because when you see it from that distance, you expect it to be a certain size. So it'd be funny if it was just like a tiny little head rolling down the street.
Little bobblehead.
Mhm. So we're gonna be skipping over stuff. Pretty much Rob, he's trying to get in contact with his ex-lover. His battery dies. He goes into a department store and he goes, Rob, this store is closed, man. HUD says that, but I think that's after this happens, which is they're crossing the Brooklyn Bridge and Rob is like, oh, I need to be on this phone. Someone's calling me right now. And he's like, making everyone stay behind. And that's what, like, I screamed, wowie zowie. I didn't remember that happening. And, you know, Jason just gets straight up hit with that tentacle and he's out for good.
I hated that scene because I hate bridges. I have such a huge, large fear of bridges and especially water underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a no for me.
Same. When we go downtown with Nicole's family and we have to cross one of the many bridges, I say, all right, I'll see you guys on the other side. And I scurry across. I'm not walking as slow as they do.
I don't know why those don't bother me.
Oh, maybe because they're two-tiered. So if you fall under, like, one, you might get on the driving side. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or because they're drawbridges.
I don't know. I feel like
There's no
even,
bridges in New York, though.
like, walking underneath underpasses make me nervous.
See, I'm overpass. I'm scared of that.
I've seen some movies where some bad stuff happens in underpasses, so I'm gonna go with Nicole on underpasses for this.
Fair.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fair. There's some sketchy shit in underpasses. There's one in my hometown. You don't want to be under there at the wrong
Yeah.
time of night.
Yeah, you don't. It's a nice, lit up, warm, dry place, but it's usually not.
But you're
safe.
not safe.
Yeah.
Because Mormons will come up to you and try and solicit.
Yeah.
So like, hey,
Exactly.
you heard the word of the Latter-day Saints, and you say, yes.
You don't say, I don't want your dick, dude.
I don't like polygamy.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I forgot about that.
No, I'm watching that documentary on Netflix right now. There's one about this guy who had like 20 wives and like one was 12 years old.
Oh,
Fucking crazy.
Insane.
Oh.
What?
Oh.
What? Oh. I'm confused why you guys started going, oh.
I don't know. Just like The Sopranos, you know, they're like,
Italians like,
Whoa, spoilers. I still haven't watched it.
okay, Goodfellas.
I still haven't watched it.
James, you
You're
haven't seen
my-
Goodfellas?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh.
My heart.
Have you seen it, Nicole? Have you guys seen any Martin
No.
Scorsese movies?
Yeah, we watched
No.
Bringing Out the Dead, and that movie
I
fucking
mean,
sucks.
oh yeah, that was that.
That's your starting point with Martin Scorsese?
I think there was. Oh no, Shutter Island and that and Wolf of Wall Street. Those
Oh,
ones
yeah,
we
I love
like.
those.
Wolf of Wall Street is great. Shutter Island's a little dry, in my
Oh, it's
opinion.
good though.
Yeah, we just said we loved it, and you're trying to sell us on Martin Scorsese. Oh, Marvel movies are just popcorn. Shut up, you fuck.
Jesus.
Go die already.
I did say that, didn't I? Did I say that on your podcast?
What?
Marvel movies are popcorn?
No, Martin Scorsese said that.
Oh, well, I agree.
Boo. He said they're not movies. They're just drivel, and it's like
They're
no, it's
entertainment.
they're motion pictures, sir. You know what moving pictures are, correct? You know, sometimes 23 per second, sometimes 60 per second. That's a motion picture.
Shortened to movie.
And he's like, no, unless it's about white men doing cool things, I'm not into it.
Which is all of his movies.
Yeah. Wolf of Wall Street, Shutter Island, Bringing Out the Dead.
Casino, Taxi Driver.
Bringing out the dead. They're doing cool things.
Yeah.
Bringing Out the Dead should have been good.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
It
Like
is-
that's John Goodman and Nick Cage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that duo, like being like ambulance driver with supernatural style stuff, like it should have been good, but it's not.
Ooh.
It was raw.
It's-
That went immediately to the bottom of our list.
Yeah, spoilers if you're listening
ranking.
to Engage with Nicolas Cage. That currently is the bottom. Like we're ranking
Out of like 27 films.
Crazy because I think a lot of people wouldn't agree with that, but
Oh,
did you guys hate it like objectively, or were there like were there things that other people hated about it that you agree with, or was it just like you just had a disdain for it like off the top?
Most people just like from reviews that I saw just said that it was slow and
Yeah.
unrealistic.
The
That was their
reviews-
main complaint.
The reviews I read after we did the podcast were in line with our thoughts of the lighting is terrible. It feels like a TV movie. It's just
Yeah.
vignettes spliced together. The premise that we're sold on in the synopsis is not what we get. It's just real bad. Like it beat out Rumblefish, Time to Kill, and what was our other stinker? Firebird. Those used to be the bottom of the barrel, but Snake Eyes, that's number one, baby.
I didn't know Rumblefish sucked so bad.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't seen it, though.
it was a drip of a movie.
Yeah.
That's the Outsiders prequel,
Or just another S.C. Hinton
okay.
book turned into it. Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cloverfield.
Yeah, because I think already got to start maybe wrapping up. What time
What?
is it? Yeah, we got 25 minutes, guys.
Hey, we got some cool spam in the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
sweet.
They keep
love
fucking
spam.
doing it. Like YouTube, stop allowing this. I have
that's crazy.
Nightbot there for a reason.
Yeah.
Uh,
Where were we in the movie?
reproducing asexually is just as disgusting and gross as reproducing sexually because that's what this monster does.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't find either disgusting, but it's all in the eye of the beholder.
Squeezing a baby out of you is just disgusting either way.
Oh, it's awesome.
No.
Wait till you can see it in real life, man. It's awesome.
It's colorful.
I couldn't not think about it for like a week.
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
scarred
it's
you.
burnt into your brain, dude.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen that many colors in my life.
I have unfortunately seen my own birth, so that's scarred into my brain as well. That's not a lie. Like, my mom owns it on VHS, and she's like, "You got to see this, James." I was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "No."
Can that be a Patreon exclusive, please?
No. There are some home movies that eventually I'll put on.
Oh, cool.
The famous Batman one where I cried when my dad was dressed as Batman for one of my birthdays,
And then you cried while watching you crying.
yeah, because I was like, this family doesn't exist anymore. And then the one where I opened up the Final Fantasy VIII strategy guide and I was just fucking pumped. Those will go on the Patreon someday.
Cool. Kind of like the Nintendo 64 kid.
Yeah. I was a little more chillax than that kid.
Yeah.
Because it was a book. Books are meant to be delicately opened.
Yes. There's a certain amount of class to a book.
Yeah,
where
just like my
Nintendo 64 is.
thighs. Did Sephora sponsor this movie, guys?
I was gonna say, like, everyone was running away, and I told Ian I would have stopped at the Sephora and broken.
She'd be bashing it open with the fucking baby stroller, trying to like get it.
You're like, damn, I can flip all of this so well come the end of this apocalypse.
Also, Aquafina and Mountain Dew are owned by Pepsi, and I saw a lot of Aquafina and Mountain Dew.
Okay. Could be. Yeah.
I feel like monster movies are the perfect movie to have product placement or like brand placement.
Mhm.
It
'Cause you just put it on the buildings.
Yeah.
Like Honey, I Blew Up the Baby. Doesn't he like knock down some fast food sign? I don't know. It's just like,
Never seen it.
oh,
I've seen it as a child, but I don't remember anything about it.
yeah.
Would that be a kaiju movie?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Damn, we should have done that, Nicole.
Dang it.
Hey, we can save that for another cross parents Sentai episode.
Because that's also horror, guys.
Well, it's actually directed by Brian Yuzna, the director of Bride of Reanimator and a bunch of other horror films. He's done some really gory shit.
Didn't he also do Society?
Society,
Yeah.
correct?
Okay,
What?
that's insane.
Yeah. Wait, was it Brian Yuzna or Stuart Gordon? I think maybe they've teamed up on it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Brian Yuzna.
I know that movie is part of Reanimator family.
Okay, was Screaming Mad George involved in I Shrunk the Blew Up the Baby?
He might have been actually.
Wait, oh, this is insane. Those
But-
freaks of film did this exploding baby movie.
Yeah, I don't know Scream Man George because he does a lot of prosthetic stuff. I
Mhm.
don't remember there being a lot of prosthetics in the Honey I Blew Up the Baby.
A
But
big
he could have
baby?
been.
You got to make a big baby?
That was just green screened. I'm pretty
What?
sure.
It wasn't
That
a.
wasn't an actual baby.
Oh, that was a composite.
It wasn't a man in a baby suit walking around.
It wasn't Daniel Tosh.
Oh, yeah, it could- Oh no, that baby's coming
Oh.
at us.
Oh.
So they're running around trying to get to this area, and all of a sudden missiles start shooting out because they see the big old thing. They look behind it, and a firefight begins with the people, the military, and this monster. And this is my only, hey, I'm no longer fully immersed in this is really being happening, which is TJ Miller is screaming, and that is distorted in the microphone. But all of the missiles and explosions are not just making this a gargled mess. I believe they should have done that to make it a little more authentic.
That's where the audio engineer starts to come
Mhm.
out in you, though.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
What would you have done differently?
I would have just distorted it. Like, it would have been like a...
Yeah, it would have sounded like you were filming a concert in the early 2000s
Yeah.
or something. It was.
Mm-hmm.
just blown out. Like
Yeah.
my between the thighs.
Even just a little bit, not even completely.
Yeah. You mean what's between my thighs?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A little blown out.
When they go, they're walking through. They go into the subway station. This is where that sad phone call happens. But that man is not a great cry actor because he just covers his face, and it's like, okay, you're not really crying. I think if I was told to act and like tell this, I think I would start crying. I can pull that from my brain. Because I've gotten a lot of phone calls saying, hey, so-and-so died. And I'm like, oh, I'm shattered.
Yeah, I don't know. The actor might have been a sociopath or something.
Mm-hmm. But,
Yeah, the fact like it's
That-
not hard.
That's an easy cry right there. Like,
yeah. Or he just has never had that experience and he can't method act and pull from real
Or
life.
he was acting like he was in shock.
Oh,
you
that
know?
could be too.
or he's on a ton of SSRIs and they're blocking his brain from being
Mm.
able to make the connection that he's sad.
Depression.
Or he's got to stay strong for HUD because he knows he's filming.
Or it's because toxic masculinity, you can't cry on the camera.
Ooh.
Your mother will call you a little bitch.
Yeah.
Say, I don't care if your brother just died.
She'll
I
say
can
the
cry.
wrong son died.
Uh-huh. Strong one, no longer.
Have you guys seen Underwater yet?
Mm-mm.
The movie? It's got TJ Miller in it too. It's also a big monster movie, but
That's like Cthulhu.
yeah, well, yeah. Kind of.
Okay.
But Kristen Bell or something. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's linked to this movie.
Okay. That's
No, I said The Mist was.
I know that too though.
Oh.
Because Cloverfield could be a multi-dimensional universe.
yeah, why not?
But The Mist is a Stephen King book.
So,
Oh, was it?
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's just the whole we opened up a portal in the woods and all these monsters started coming out. And
Yeah, well, they imply that it's like a government experiment that goes horribly wrong.
And in my head, it's in the same
Yeah.
time frame. So
Could
I'm like,
also be what happened.
And with Underwater, the movie, they're drilling really deep into the deepest part of the ocean for minerals and stuff, and that's what unleashes the monster, similar to this movie. So
Ooh, or they're all on different timelines.
well,
But they're
that's
all screwing stuff up.
what Cloverfield Lane was supposed to be. It was supposed to be
Oh,
same universe, different timeline, or something like
Mhm.
that. It was very confusing because if you actually watch it, it doesn't really sync up too well with the first Cloverfield. Like it doesn't really feel like it could be the same incident,
Oh.
but it's the same type of issue. Like, but it's more alien. So it kind of insinuates that it could be that the Cloverfield monster from the first movie could be an alien, and this is an alien invasion.
But also, the Cloverfield paradox is in the future as well, and that's where the mist came into play for me because they went to another dimension, kind of thing, is what happens in that movie.
Whoa.
And I mean, a lot of people think that aliens have like interdimensional travel, like that we know nothing about. So maybe these monsters can just go from wherever they want.
Whoa, and then Event Horizon could also be in this universe because that's interdimensional travel.
But there's no monsters.
Yeah, there is, but
People
they
are the monsters.
go in your brain, and wasn't it like a molecular level type monster?
Kind of like I don't know. That movie confuses me every time I watch it, to be honest.
Oh,
every time I'm watching it, I'm like, where's the 25 minutes of gore that got cut out?
Oh, I don't know why.
Was that the movie that I just erased from my brain because
yeah.
how bad it was?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
so upset.
Yeah,
People hyped it as like a gory film, but I guess all the gore was truly cut from it.
Yeah, it got so damaged that they can't really use that footage anymore.
Oh, I hear that
Unfortunately.
it's on one of the producers or something has it on a VHS, and the director just hasn't been able to watch it because like when they discovered it, I believe COVID started happening, and he's like, he's in Spain, and I just haven't been able to go to Spain to see it.
Oh, okay. I heard that it was in some, because they keep film prints in like sand mines and stuff because of like the temperature and stuff, or not sand mines, salt mines, and yeah, I heard that it was in that for too long, and there was like some damage. So nowadays, if you were to want to like add that footage to like a remaster, it wouldn't look right because you wouldn't be able to recover that footage the same way that you're able to recover the master of Event Horizon. Sorry, let's get back to the movie.
Cheer. I just got a few more notes. When they're in that train tunnel, they start walking to another station. What she brings up, Lizzie Kaplan brings up Superman, and then TJ Miller's like, "Oh, Superman? That's how you know a fucking just virgin nerd wrote this movie." And
I mean, no, that's just his character.
okay, but then she like, I guess her A to B for comics is, oh yeah, and Garfield too. Do you know him? That's real weird. Instead of going to Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that dialogue very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. As a woman who works at a comic book store, yeah, fuck TJ Miller.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think you mean fuck HUD.
Well,
Fuck TJ Miller.
TJ
too.
Miller has some pretty heavy accusations.
Me
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. And just, he called in that bomb threat. It's very, you don't really know what to think about the guy.
Yeah. And it's too bad because he's really good at the style of acting where it's like you're kind of playing yourself, but you're really good like a natural person.
The comedic relief.
Yeah, he's masterful at it. Not that kind of acting is that important always, but like if you see him in like Underwater, the other movie I mentioned, like he really ties that movie together because he's like comedic relief and he plays it straight, but at the same time he's just kind of funny for who he is. Kind of like Seth Rogen a little bit.
Yeah, his album is also very good. The extended play EP, it's dope.
Album?
Yeah.
Like, is it stand up?
It's it's not stand up. It's like a combination of sketch and music. Check it out. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, it's a problem with some of these talented people. They can also be very fucked up and weird.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of talented people that aren't fucked up and weird, this is where, what's this beneath our feet? Oh no, it's a bunch of rats. It's fucking Pizza Rat. You can see him.
You don't know that.
Scurrying around. It's a sea, and I was like, you guys don't even need to move anymore. Just fall down on this sea of rats, and they'll take you where you need to go.
I mean, it's New York, so there's a pretty high probability Pizza Rat was there.
I don't
Mhm.
even know what that. Oh no, I think I do. I think a core memory is just getting unlocked. It's just a picture of a rat, right? With
Yeah.
a pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was, it was like the early meme,
Yeah, it's-
really early meme.
Oh my god. Okay, I know what you mean now.
Yes, the life of Pizza Rat has been extended. Then they get attacked by those little monsters. One of them don't.
Terrifying.
It's not like a little monster. Howie Mandel isn't there, guys.
They look like spiders, and I hate it.
It looked like the Starship Troopers bugs.
Oh yeah,
kind of.
I liked it.
With the what do you call those mandible mouths?
Mhm, mhm.
Like, yeah.
They're easy
Scary.
to kill though, and I appreciate that.
Just like a spider.
And they drop that pipe that they beat it down with. Keep the pipe, guys.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing in any
It's not
types
a
of
one-time
movies.
thing. They're coming
Mhm.
back for you.
Anytime somebody, and then another thing, a soldier with a fully automatic rifle gets knocked down by a monster, and you just run by them, even though there's a fully automatic rifle on the
Mhm.
ground. Like, I don't know, stuff like that bothers me. Or I would just be looking for a handgun. You know,
Yeah.
there's got to be handguns laying around in the street with all those dead soldiers and stuff.
You should
But, like-
also be looking for fucking normal ass shoes for your two friends who are in heels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Man.
was- she
Or
was
just
barefoot half of-
break the heels off of your fucking shoes.
Yeah, do something. Break the heels down.
Break that shit.
Real quick, you guys enjoy Little Monsters?
I did. I don't remember it too well because I saw it when I was really little.
It's so. I watched it a couple years ago, and it fucking terrified me.
Oh, because Nicole watched it last year for the first time, and you really enjoyed it. We have a watch along of it on the Patreon. You guys should check that out.
Mm.
Man, it's so fucking
We
good.
should watch along with that.
Watch along.
Maybe when we do it on This Existed, we'll get you guys on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
All right, next they find this awesome ass like fun clubhouse underneath the streets. It looks dope. I would love hanging out here as a teen. Cause it just
Fun club.
like they
You mean
go
the
It's
locker
just
room?
Yeah.
like the station.
Yeah.
No, the fun club, not the locker room.
yeah, the clubhouse.
The
This-
clubhouse.
So this was very much like the lunchroom or the break rooms of the workshops that my dad operated. So this just brought me back to having my tiny little arm or my brother's tiny little arm, which like this was affecting my father's income, I think. We were able to shimmy our arms into the vending machine and just take whatever was on the first and sometimes second rows, and we would get like Fritos and like little Hostess cakes, and we'd be like hamskram nam, and my dad would be like, "Well, oh, you guys brought money?" And we're like, "Yes."
Oh, I can relate to that. I just don't want to tell what happened.
Oh, yeah.
We got a bite. We got a bite. So they go into this mall place. The military pulls them, and I don't know why. If they are aware that bites are bad, why did they not ask everyone, "Hey, were you bit? Were you bit? Were you bit?" And then Lizzie Kaplan explodes off screen, but on
Yeah,
screen.
I didn't like the off screen because to me it was kind of confusing. You had to maybe I looked away at a certain point, but like I was like, "Wait, what happened to her?" And then I was like,
You kind of get the point though. Like
Yeah.
they take her and then.
"Yeah, I didn't. I might have looked away actually, but I was kind of like, "Wait, what happened to her?"
And then they are told by the military, like, "Hey, we can't help you, but if you want to go up there and try and find your friend, go for it. Here are specific locations where helicopters will be airlifting people up. This is the last one before we just start air bombing all of Manhattan." And as they go up, I'm like, you see this big old dog with a carriage behind him, and I'm like, the monsters
A
would have eaten
horse.
a big old dog. Would have just been eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that part made me really sad for some reason.
Yeah, see, this is a depressing movie.
A lone horse, like Buddy, I would have took him. I would have rode off into the sunset.
Yeah, they should have got on the carriage.
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
that.
Rode it.
Exactly.
I saw that as comic relief.
No, that was sad as fuck.
I mean, it probably was intended to like get a chuckle, but it is sad because it makes you see like, oh, all of the people have deserted this area, this island,
Hmm.
and this is what's left behind. It's kind of Night of the Cometsy.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, take the horse. How are you gonna leave a horse?
Or Walking Dead did that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But also reminded me a little bit of Twister with the cows flying around. I don't know why.
Now that's
wanted to bring up
comedic
Twister.
relief.
I thought it was hilarious.
Just got a few more notes. Big Dog got that out of there. So they find this building that she's in and it's collapsed over. And TJ Miller, like, why would you recommend, hey, here's a way we can get up there? Go up one building and jump to the top of the other, because this man is so desperate. Guess what? He will want to do that, and you just doomed yourself to experience
I
this.
told you why.
Oh yeah, because he just loves talking and
He's-
theorizing.
Yeah, he's the type of person to just say shit without thinking about it first.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can't think in his head. He has to vocalize every thought he has.
Which he later tries to explain, like, they're like, why are you talking so much? He's like, because if I'm not talking all the time, I'm going to shit my fucking pants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah. Some people need to listen to themselves talk or sing when they're in high stress situations. So,
Not me. I shut down.
yeah, I do too, kind of.
I'm just always shitting my pants, so it doesn't really matter. Right now,
Stressed, relaxed, you name it.
Well, maybe if your hole wasn't so blown out,
my
your sphincter
loafers
muscles would work.
are steaming right now. So I'm gonna have to clean up afterwards, but I'm so used to it already. It's not really a cleanup, it's just maintaining.
It's just a soup that needs to be dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Also, everyone just always wear shoes that you can flee a scene in. So they find this girl. She's on this rhubarb bar, and they wrap his dirty shirt around her. They are in her apartment. She has to have drawers that have clean
There's
shirts
no
in them.
time.
You could have quickly done this and been like, bada bing, bada boom, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Okay, but she's conveniently alive too after her apartment was blown up and
Yeah.
she's missing a wall.
Yeah. I think there was a lot of convenience thrown into that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting out of that building would have been, or no, getting out of that second building, the knocked over one. I mean, if anything about fucking 9/11 before the buildings fell, like that would have been impossible because there's like whole layers that are caught on fire. You even see the building from the street, like in Cloverfield. You see the toppled over building, and there's like whole floors that are on fire, like in the middle. So it's like, how
Staircases
they
would have
get
been
through?
fine.
maybe
Like a cement
if
stair.
there's a fire barrier, maybe.
Fine.
I don't know.
I do like that just a lone crazy little critter is there. And so first they see the monster and the lady's like, what's that? TJ Miller says, a terrible thing. They see that other like little bug. She's like, what the fuck's that? And he goes, another terrible thing.
It's
That was a
all
good
terrible. It
Yeah,
was.
that
I
was
like
funny.
that.
The
Mhm.
terrible, both of the terrible thing moments were funny to me.
joke. Mm-hmm.
He's
And-
just so jaded.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, go ahead.
this final scenes are they get in this helicopter, puncture wound, she goes up, the three of them. I thought it was the puncture wound lady, she gets slapped down and they're like, it's in front of their eyes and they're like, wow, we just spent that would have, I think, been more depressing and maybe more effective. I don't know, because it's like, wow, we spent all this time just for her to still die in this helicopter crash. But they somehow make it out of this helicopter alive after they're smashed down. TJ Miller, though, how did they not hear this monster creep up behind them and take a bite out of crime? And then they're running, they're in Central Park and shit. They're getting bombed. And then it circles back to doing the testimonials like they were doing for this going away party in the beginning. It's a full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't let you know what the outcome is
Mhm.
of these two characters.
I
So-
assume death.
Yeah, you assume because there's nothing covering them from the fire.
Mhm.
If they're getting bombed. Yeah, but the tape survived.
Yeah. You
So,
you do also hear in the background one of them says, "Ooh, I'm about to die."
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know they died.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then the
yeah.
other one says, "Oh, the light's fleeting from me as well, and oh, I'm dead."
Yeah.
Good. I needed that exposition because otherwise I would have been so lost.
One of them says, "All right, I'll put a gun in my mouth, and you put a gun in your mouth," and you hear gunshots go off.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And you hear the Claire Danes whimper from Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. I don't know what that's a reference to. I mean,
She got it.
okay.
The Baz Luhrmann Romeo and Juliet from the 90s with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know the whimper part.
Yeah, you gotta look it up.
So bad.
She's like,
We'll check it out.
yeah.
We'll do that next year. That's a kaiju
Fast
movie.
forward to the whimper.
Well, guys, we did it. Any more notes on Cloverfield?
I've seen it probably 10 times now, at
Mhm.
least, and it doesn't get any worse. It's always good.
Hell yeah.
It's always good. It gets better actually because as they've been like remastering it or whatever you want to say, as the years go on and they put it on streaming platforms and they upgrade it or whatever, and watching it on a bigger screen, I feel like it was just a new experience all over again. Because the last time I watched it like a month ago was on DVD. It did not look this good. So it was a lot of fun. Show it to your children. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Oh, I was going to say because Nicole's like, "Oh, they're trauma bonded now," but I say, no. Trauma bonding is so pandemic, okay? We need to start trauma bonding. Yeah, get trauma
Ooh.
now and watch all the movies on there. Maybe
Until
start
you
with.
find one that you can bond over.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If I liked trauma, I would love that idea.
AKA the Evolved Part 1.
Is that? I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's for some weird reason Nicole loves the movie, but it is
It's
absolute
so-
shit.
It's just so fucking weird, and they just like do things that are wild, and it's like, it's so funny. Like a shark grows limbs and sentience out of pure willpower. Like,
For
it's so
revenge?
stupid.
Okay, we'll check it out.
Yeah, it's baffling. You'd have to get trauma now in order to watch it without having to buy the DVD for like $10.
Or Comatose's movie.
Yeah, Foul
Foul
Uprising, Jinx.
Or Wheelchair Werewolf with our friend
Yeah, Wheelchair Werewolf with Brian Duff.
Duff.
And let us not forget about the Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man, Romeo and Juliet, Surf Nazis Must Die, Troma's War, and many of the other good titles at Troma.
Hey guys, you can
No, you
skip
don't
over
need
Trauma
those.
War. You don't need to watch that.
You don't need to
one.
watch any
That's
of
a good
those.
movie.
No. Toxic Avenger, dope. Sergeant Kabuki Man, pretty dope. And then Romeo and Juliet, yeah, that's fine.
Terror Firmer.
There's some hot
That
breasts.
one's fine. That
Yeah.
one's good.
In Romeo and Juliet, there's some hot breasts in that.
I think you mean heavy melon breasts.
No, this is
There's a
late
nipple piercing
90s.
scene. That was pretty fun.
This is late 90s trauma. It's
Yeah.
not just large boobs.
Oh,
This
wow.
is art film type stuff.
They evolved Part 1.
Yeah. There's some boobies in that from a puppet.
Yeah.
All right, guys, what do you have to plug?
Check out first off, check out our show on Quality Violence Cinema Network. That's the YouTube channel, Quality Violence Cinema, or just look up Quality Violence Cinema on your favorite streaming platform. And you can find episodes of Parents Under the Stairs featuring us two. We are going to get back to it. We took a little bit of a break, but we're coming back tomorrow with best death scenes. So that'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
I have another show called Horror Corridor, which is horrorcore and extreme music show. So check that out if you want to find some new artists. Mr. Marshland Monster was on there for that episode was awesome, man. Like we
Thank
talked
you.
about so much shit. And I really want to have you on again. I'm just trying to think of ways that I could have guests on again because it's such a weird format. And then I also have Quality Violent Cinema, the show, which is like kind of what started this whole thing, and that's our extreme horror network. So go over and check that out if you like fucked up horror movies. Also, we have a Discord, which is popping all the time. We do live events on there, and a Patreon and all that shit.
Hell yeah. Nicole, what you got to plug?
The
Or Presley.
Evolved Part 1.
Okay.
One of the main characters keeps unborn fetus as a pet and names it Feedy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I love it so much.
Presley,
okay, we'll watch it.
Presley, do you have anything to plug?
Ian pretty much covered it all. I
Okay.
believe.
I was pretty sure, but wanted to just make sure in case you had indie stuff you do independently.
Drink Ravens Brew coffee.
Oh yeah, if you want to support the coffee company I work for,
Okay, hell yeah.
go get you some Ravens brew.
But for real, it's like the best coffee. We're heavily addicted to it. So
I have caffeine withdrawals every morning. I wake up with a headache.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
yeah, it's not.
Nicole, what you got to plug?
I already plugged it, dude. You know the stuff, darlinghomebody.com for creepy cute stuff that I make, Darling Homebody on social media, and patreon.com/darlinghomebody.
Yeah. Hey guys, go over to mlmpod.com to find out more information about my other shows and my music, or just go to Spotify, wherever, and listen to Marshland Monster. Me and Dragon Boy Suede, we are cooking up more tunes for you guys. We got like 4 that one of us, the beats are done, but either he has vocals done, I have vocals done, so we're going
Dude,
to
that
be...
Indica track was fire, man. Good job.
Thank you. We're getting more stuff out. Probably Exploding Load will be the next one. Maybe Baltic States. Maybe Eeb Dweeb. All the good stuff. Bipedal Deedle. We got good stuff for you. That can be found Marshland Monster, wherever music is found. And the best way to support us is by going over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content, exclusive podcasts every single Friday. It's a good time over there. But if you're a $10 patron, you get more exclusive stuff like our new series, Straight to Patreon, where we're reviewing straight to video stuff. We did Ghoulies 3 and the Banana Splits movie.
That's a good one. Ghoulies 3 is good. 4 is bad.
4, I think, out of my enjoyment, it goes Ghoulies 3 at top, Ghoulies 4, Ghoulies 1, Ghoulies 2. Out of the funness, like movie-wise, Ghoulies 4 is the worst film of them, but when
So
it comes
hard to watch.
when it comes to having fun, Ghoulies 4, va-va-va-voo, baby. And you also get shout-outs on every single free feed podcast, so let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, Defo, D-F-O, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Jordan B, The Chaos Witch, Nicole's brother, Joshua, Steve Barnes, my co-host on Sweet Child of Time, go check that out, The Womb in Which I Came Out of, my mother, and finally, Lil Corey's BFF and roommate, Shane. Hi, Ben James.
I'm Nicole.
Parents under the stairs.
And we've been
Mostly Speakin
Sentai. Bye-bye.
P.
All right, anyone watching the stream right now, we will be back in about 30 minutes at 7 p.m. Central Time with R2 Shelby 2. It's going to be a good time. We are discussing Godzilla versus Mothra from 1992. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.
Back at ya.
Mm-hmm.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, they rather hate you than just opt to listen. Man, rappers get panned without a pot to piss in. Man, understand the light in the tone. Some too many people love me to hate myself anymore. I'm really been the best at this, not faking it anymore. If repetition breeds insanity, what am I doing different? How will the people speak of me the moment I make them listen? I mean, what I say that is if you heard it correctly. If not, well shit, your words can't affect me. What I look like defending myself to someone who couldn't offend me properly. I stick to being what people ought to be.
Insane. He maintains his intelligence. He knows exactly what he's doing, and when he's driven you to an early grave, he'll find another place to go to.
Your organs are caloric, I am morbid with a trouble tasting horrid metamorphic states you crumbled under muscle weight. I'm scoring with the roaring in the rumble that the rumble makes asphyxiate in 60 grades restricted from a double bass. Ghidorah times two, peep this horror kaiju. I'm Pandora to explore, see my aura binds you. This torrid rhymes loose with a morbid mind to speak the Torah of Gomorrah to restore the tried true. A servant to the devil, yo, I'm more than Mephistopheles, a person, I'm a vessel, so you know you're never stopping me. Determined I am mentally determined to the cabin. These servants say successfully summon several rotten beasts. I'm waiting to enact hateful plagues to all the tag. Faithful sage, burning what flag, hateful drinks to make the mass mangle. More than charred autumn with this rages in exact. Strangle morning star is falling and mutated to a black angel. I'm the demon breathing sin inside the monastery. Giving out the name right who was genocide and fawning fairy skin and different inmates in the prison of your piss fate. I sacrifice a man alive, trying to rise the dawn of Aries. See, I'm ending and ascending to my perfect form. A serpent with a certain thorns of murder to these cursed horns of virgin. But the first is born the will of right decisions. I kill with slice incisions for the zeal of Christ is risen. No rebuff in my cave for mine is the yoke. Stuck in your name, battle the ghosting, muck in your fate with pockets of posing. Stuff in your fate and murder the pose. They Satan is one, destructing you slowly, making the fuss. I'm making your nose bleed. I 32 buzz when Nate's enough like a rotate. Destroy you, then destroy you with the forest set aside of things. Killing the exiliates. Horrors what this roster raising. Used for her imprisoned in the draw that got imposter sings. Lucifer is risen and evolved into the monster king.
In the year 2014-2015, there was 4 blood moons. Each one fell on a feast day. It was like a sign of judgment, and God had sent me out all over pronouncing judgment and asking people to repent.
Yeah, pumping plasma out the arteries of innocence. Huff through asthma with the carnivore stimulants. Part of me is missing in this artistry of elements, but bards will be belligerent from hardly seeing Benjamin. The frost of floor is edible, and blood it becomes medical. The cloth of Christ incredible to dozen buzzing skepticals. Mothra hand the man the gold who carve it like the centerfolds are wrought inside tormentors rolls and punished in a set of scrolls. Seminal symbol and syllabic symbol
can take the form of a beautiful woman. Satan can take the form of a sleek animal. These things can be anthropomorphized into Satan.
Yeah, the rain and rust settles dust with the tough gust. Ancients painting mud to discuss with the thus bust. Faith and trust in the just is a hush must. That we drink the blood, chuck the husk in a dump trust. Savage with the damage and the madness that we caused. Ravaging the lavish, more than madness in the thaws. We're the catalyst, you battle it in passages you wrong. Can't be banished beneath planets like a vanished demigod. I'm sinister when shouting race to ministers. No counting sage is sick, slender, lying, famished, withered in the drop of daisy. Senators about and tape to listeners with mouth agape. 6 separate time rated, slithered out the mouth of babes. Also sending me as I vomit up top ramen. He ascends to me as the prophet of the bomb. Tonic clock stops talking, your blood's not clotting. Down on bended knee, paying homage to the God common. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back. It's a matter of time with my cancerous rhymes. I advance and enhance with the passage of lines. I am after divine artifacts that can find sinful masters and trap, bringing rapture to swine. Doris keep coupling into three-headed royalty. Turn something into nothing, what they breathe, headed royalty. Christ is corrupting with an unholy sacrilege. Praise God for destruction, cause his sons only practice it. Peak what the acid did to skeptics in the street. But we done faulty sacraments, deceptive but discreet. These domestic industries tested weapons to defeat the prophetic obsolete who infected the elite. Pestilence is pissing in a pool of excrement. My malevolence is rinsing off your drooling evidence. There's no exodus in testaments of the Christ of KaiJULY. He's the genesis of desolate strife inside you. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back. Three-headed beast lead the seas of the Leviathan. Fantasy, fetid plead, setting creeds that they're dying in. We shredded sheep, well I scream saying hell to come. Bleed, let us see, planted seeds of Beelzebub. Casting foreign realms while performing black masses. Our Baptist fortune fell as the storming crack clashes. Conform to ancient wrath as his roaring changes maps. We were born in a storm of a torrent painted black. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back. Praise in the sun while we chant black mass. Praise be the one God can't cast back.
My girl left me home alone. Hit the indica and now I'm stoned. Half of me just wants to chill. The other half's got a load to spill. My upper part wants to chillax. My lower part wants out my slacks. This indecision's bugging me. Watch Pornhub or smoke more weed. I got 2 needs need to fulfill. Should I chill or should I spill? I got 2 needs need to fulfill. Should I chill or should I spill? Hit the hub and rub a dub. Pack a bowl, smoke another nut. Rip the bong, take a massive hit. Pick a clip and let it rip. My girl left me home alone. I watch porno and I got stoned. My girl has a ride back home. Stash the weed, force quit chrome.
Got the day up to stay lost, drained in bed. But my great crowd stave off aimless dread. You're consuming cannabis, using strains as meds. I'm abusing abstinence till my brain is dead. When I flip on the flicks for the Gilmore chicks, feeling ripped as I slip on my indoor kicks. But I'm slid in the mix of my Gilmore fix. Cause my dick's growing big, got the spill more quick. But the night she just hitting with the twice, big decision. Do I watch Suki cook or give a nice way of gripping like a Mothra or rise? This or a mid-thigh, better warn or alive that I'm horny and high. Should be snoring my man, not adoring the clam. Cause Lauren Graham gave me a roaring gland. So it's for a high deal, soaring cinema switch. Yo, Lorelai Gilmore gets you in the cut inch. Gilmore gets me bone and stone. Yo, my chode is grown, now my oats is sown. Gilmore got me full of the serotonin. Plus a flaccid peen and a force hormone.
Dragon Boy Sway, Collab, Marshland Monster. What it do? Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't help but notice. You couldn't take your eyes off my new
dressing room they shared. Hummer on my horn. They went traveling, sisterhood. On my javelin, chick flick. Lots of babbling, I filmed it. Like a cameraman, jeans and mouths and porn and jeans. Blue jean, dream team, blowing off steam. Buying them denim and zippers and seams. G material, it gets me vagine. Dragon Boy suede. We're buying them clothes, doing them in them, taking them back, and getting them denim and zippers and strippers. Yeah.
I want that ass with the bone back clap. Smoking George to sorts like a mom that faps. Dry jean humping keeps a clean venereal. I want that ass in jean material. Rubbing friend them on jeans dry. Be kind that they get them for P-lines. No lie whether denim or Levi. I cry, I want that ass in jean material. Please this dick, go the quell side of dreams like a beatnik chick wearing bell bottom jeans with a chunky butt. Got from me in cereal. I want that ass in jean material. A pussy slut for a spunky struff. I'ma suck your butt, spoken sub to cuck. You fucking me up, yo pristine ethereal. I want that ass in jean material.
We coming at 'em with the collab. Cross country, Pandy, Grip Horse, Monster, Marshland. You.
You just want to stroke. Stroke. No, he'll be a good boy. Clean himself up.
That's it.
Have you ever heard the rapper that like samples us for his choruses?
What?
There's a rapper named Marshland Monster.
Okay.
He will put like comedy Bang Bang references in the verses as well. But in the ones that I've heard, maybe he has a much bigger catalog I'm not aware of.
The chorus is us?
The chorus will be just clips from the show.
Talking with the river, click your dribble, watching telly. I spit and show with terrorists and cripple brittle skellies. Beats are gonna pet you quick, the riddle in your belly. You wanna be a derelict, but little Machiavelli. Well, the meek is speaking Arabic, the weak is seeking heretics. Speaking, tricking, please, crying, leaking anti-narratives. America's embarrassing and error, sharing arrogance. Scaring all the heresies with errors of your heritage. Trick your trickery, bodies distant industries. And I'm mixing in the streams, shifty hidden imagery. We're sick and be, well, we're dicking Mickey D's. Pissing on our dreams with the piss poor schemes, Middle fingers up to your little bit of pub. See some rapping supplements and drink my spittle in the cup. I'm thinning, ripping little thumbs, ripping, getting bigger clumps. Stitching into presses cause I'm finished, gripping pistol pumps.
And that is maybe some of the rap, what they're talking about in some of this stuff is they're either making me feel bad about not having much money.
Yes. Or they're talking about how people are going to like survive through struggle and maybe like rise up and stuff. And that feels...
Or they're chugging like they're going to punch me.
Yes.
No, thank you.
My mental soul in pockets, hand deadly, never fights fair. Terror's on the docket, man. Every dream's a nightmare. Beating, sneaking right there. With a nice stare, paralysis and methods, screaming out my nightmare. The will, the wind, the built-in insolent obsession. I bear the will to get the guilt, penciled in depression. Can't the self-slander till me quilting verbal speak. No one's caring when the chair starts to tilt in purple cheeks. Yo, my flowing body's cold, freezing like a teaser. Down a lot of pills, now I'm seasoning the pizza. 1996, fruity pebbles in the mix. Wow, spy on 90s kids, I'm a rebel down in kicks now. Gotta get wild, doing odd grass dance. Terry dying years ago was God's last chance. Not concealing any feeling that your squad can't snap. So feel that real rap podcast rap song.
No. Instead, you quote, use my voice in the show because you like, in the song because you like me so much.
And yeah, and then make reference to a couple sort of inside jokes from the show. And then do your raps. The other raps, do them.
Do them.
Go ahead. But
also do this one.
But yes, but do this one and mention some of my shit, some of my boy Hayes' shit, and then when you get back to course, play a little more. Sometimes I will see him sit crisscross applesauce in front of the keys and just start grooving.
Richard is a little older now.
Yeah.
I of course go to the Guitar Zone. I find this cherry double fret max pedal with the Strat Fender cap.
Cooking it like Kevin in the new blue apron ad. Always getting tainted in a spruce goose patron pad. Beating paying ass, bodies paid replacing cash. Courtly B bugging in the truth through Jason Mass. This is showbiz when you know
some Coco Chanel Les Paul. I know that you have
Multi-string Les Paul.
just one of these old beater acoustics that just it's a total piece of crap, but it sounds so good.
Yeah, with manual tune.
Bumping cocaine 'cause the chlorine is rough. Numb and no pain with this morphine is huffed. Stories discussed of these orgies of lust and Voorhees we trust with Gorley and Rust. A Russian-fed president is pardoning cabal while flushing red evidence, no dark and holy halls. Hawking to my calls, gonna brawl all y'all. Marking on the walls, writing small, small, small. Baffled in the sex when the vandals get elected. Rebel in your neck, well the scandals are rejected. Candles are collected at my murdering seance. The Joker's resurrected, I'm encouraging chaos. Take a journey with me to the loader in my sick mind. Worry with me, I'm smoldering again.
Hello?
But in terms of a double fret,
See if I get this.
Fender,
Make sure my camera looks good. I gotta be cute.
Yeah, it comes with adjustable wham.
oh no, and you can wham any way you want.
Yeah,
Hey, Nicole.
Okay, so you must have,
performance adjustable wham.
Oh.
did you even check the price tag? I mean, I would think you would
I just
be
ran
like,
out with it
yes, gotta go.
without even looking how much it was. I just ran out of the
And just
store
drove away and left
with
Richard
the
there.
machine, and they were like, "Hey," because I guess they were like, "Can you even handle that?" But obviously I can.
Yeah.
So I go home, I unbox it, put it on the live stream. All my fans are like,
All right, people can hear us right now, but they can't see us. R2, you want to just talk into that mic?
I'm talking. I'm talking into the mic.
All right, I'm going to turn you down just a tad.
Okay, I'm too loud. Talking too loud into the mic.
No peeking.
What about now?
Now I'm talking again. And I'm doing it some more. And I'm still talking. And I am telling you that I'm talking, which is talking about talking.
All right,
That's meta talking. Oh,
I
hi.
think you're good. Nicole, are you aware of the intro we will be doing?
Vaguely.
All right, I will.
I don't know how I'm a part of it.
You're going to be either Mothra, the Mugger, or.
Can I just not? Do
Oh,
I have
man.
to?
There's 3 characters.
So?
Oh, you want to know? You can be the victim. The victim
I
has the
think-
least amount of lines.
I think you should be the victim, yeah.
Always the victim,
Yeah.
never the bride.
Uh-huh. All right, so then all you have to do is, like, you'll get mugged, and you'll be like, help me, someone. And then at the end, you need to say, thank you, Mothra.
Okay, fine.
All right, then let me pull up the chat so I can see what's going downtown. Yeah, going down.
I got 2 screens, baby.
Whoa.
Y'all are on one screen, and I've got the stream up on the other screen.
On
Us
the other
too.
scream.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to click record, and we're going to get going, chatters.
Oh, shall I record an audio track too?
Yes, please.
All right, let's go.
Standby pictures down. People can see us. Shall we talk real quick?
I'm talking. I'm talking real quick.
Talking.
Here I go. Still doing it.
Here I go.
Here I go again. Demi Lovato style.
Not Mamma Mia style, okay.
It is interesting that he chose Demi.
It's not. He loves Demi
Yeah,
Lovato.
her first 2 albums are fucking amazing.
I believe Demi uses they pronouns.
Oh, yeah, I apologize. I'm still thinking of
I
her
was
back
unaware.
in the Don't Forget. And I shouldn't forget. It's they, them.
Yeah. Back in the day when they were just on like Disney Channel or whatever.
Looking towards the stars, seeing, wow, I'm Sunny with a chance? And that show rips, guys. You should watch it on Disney Plus. Eh?
Eh? Big City Greens.
There's so many other things to watch, James. I don't know how you expect people to go back and watch Sunny with a Chance.
Oh, we should do that for the show that's secret.
Oh my god.
Because that's just a sitcom. We could do the season 3 that it never got.
Yeah.
You know, I have a history of just saying yes to whatever James suggests, so I'm going to keep going. Yeah, let's do
That's
it.
a dangerous game.
I know.
A
I like living on the edge.
A dangerous crane. My arm is a crane, you know, it goes
bird?
deep.
Oh,
damn.
a machine.
Okay. At first, I thought you meant like you're the third Crane brother, like Frasier and Niles.
Oh, no, I don't even know who those fuckers are.
You don't know who Frasier is?
I would see Frasier and click, next channel.
Couldn't even pick him out of a lineup.
No thank you.
Not even as like from cameos?
I mean, I know that man that I forget his name in this moment because he was in 30 Rock for an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know.
Kelsey Grammer.
I know Kelsey Grammer, but I don't know the character Frasier.
Got it.
Besides, he has a dry wit about himself and is possibly a broadcaster.
That's a good show, actually. We should do that one for
All
the
right.
show that's secret.
Ooh, it's so secret. You guys ready to get into this?
No.
Shelby, would you rather be Mugger or Mothra?
I'd rather be Mothra, dude. What do you think?
Okay, all right. Okay. Are the players ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
You know, stage players, that's what they call theatre people. All right. Hey, you! Give me your freaking money and your shoes!
No, I need those.
Yeah, I need 'em more. More to buy me some ding-dang Blu-ray copies of Frasier on DVD.
No, not Frasier.
You gonna get it?
Oh, hey, honey. What's going on here? Flap, flap, flap.
What? Who are you?
Oh, you want to shoot me with that gun? Go ahead. Go ahead and do it. It's okay.
Get out of here. This is an A-B conversation, so see you, cunt.
Whoa.
Okay.
I never. I'm just a poor little moth created to protect the world. And I'm just ready to take some bullets for my friend here.
You're very large in stature, and you're kind of messing all of this up. Just get out of here. No one needs to get hurt, and everything.
But I can't. I can get hurt though. Go ahead.
You kind of want to be honest, I don't even have bullets in here.
Listen, honey, I'm gonna need you to shoot me, please.
I told you I have 0 bullets in here. Click, click. See, nothing.
Maybe we can work something out.
No, there's nothing to work out. I'm just gonna leave, okay? This is a failed experience. I'm just gonna have to wait for my Blu-ray Frasier on DVD.
All right then. Well, do you have any bullets, young victim?
Do I?
Nicole,
I mean,
be excited that you're good now.
Nicole's
Ma'am.
literally my favorite improviser in the world.
I thought it was a thing that you wrote.
No, this is all, there's just bullet points. Just like I don't have any bullet points. I'm gone. See ya. Nicole, you actually wrote this part. You're supposed to say, yay, I'm excited.
Yay, I'm excited.
Okay, you want to know what? What's even going back? Oh my God. Is that Moth Lady? Did she just drown herself in a bird bath?
Time to die.
Oh my God, she's suicidal. Here today on the second night of KaiJULY Con 2022, brought to you by Mostly Speakin Sentai.
Did we do it right, James?
I'll edit around it. You were supposed to ask me for bullet, or you were supposed to say, "Oh, I can give you bullets. I have them."
Oh,
That's
I
why I
forgot
was
that part.
confused.
Yeah,
You're
that's
going
why.
with the flow.
Nicole's
you
like, if
know?
it's not one of the bullet points, I'm lost. Like J.J. Abrams. Oh, yes, guys. Like I said, I didn't. My name is James, or maybe I did. No, I did not. Oh my God, I'm on my 4.5 hour of podcasting today. I'm going strong. I'm going muscular, baby. A clown, Melzer, check him out. Morphbots. I'm spinning out of control as if I'm on not a jungle gym, a carousel, and someone's just thwipping, and then finally I'm gonna fling off and be impaled on a bar of rube. Oh, because I am a rube.
Rube Goldberg.
Oh my God, a Rube Goldberg machine that keeps a carousel going at a steady pace, but then, oh no, Smart House Mom has made it go more intense because she sees me as a threat to the nuclear family because I got a vasectomy, and I say, hey brother, snip it or clip it. Hey-oh! Let's introduce my co-host, or the host with the most, because she's that of a complexion of a ghost. It's Nicole, the Briggs, the Jakis.
Hi.
When I go to poetry slams, people are snapping. I'm doing this.
And people love you. They
Wow.
love when you show up.
Oh, baby, they love me just like they love our guest today. Oh, you know her from the Rom Complex and a future upcoming collaboration between Marshland Media and OK Owl. It's R2 Shelby 2.
I hear the applause in my brain, in my imagination. Now I hear it for real with my ears.
They say, hey, do a barrel roll.
That's usually what people say to me when they applaud. To be fair, my main fan base is crosses over with Star Fox 64 quite heavily. So
Slippy's there, etc.
Slippy's always there in your heart.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Your shard of hearts.
I don't understand that.
Kingdom Sharts is what I want, guys. It's Mickey just ate a whole bunch of spoiled mayonnaise, and he's like, oh, I really got a shart. Oh, or maybe it's a fart. I'll risk it for the biscuit. And then he rips one, and it's just always sharts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you have to lock his sphincter with your keyblade.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. That's the kind of show I'm getting
You have
down
to
with,
fight
guys.
the shartless.
Oh, yes, dude. Because oh, yeah, you want to know what? Mickey wants to shart. And you need... Oh, hell yeah, Nicole. You're so good.
Okay, I came back around on it. This sounds like a really good game.
All right, hell yeah. What would be the nobody version of a shartless, though?
What do you mean?
Well, there's nobody. No, oh, yeah, Nicole has not gotten anywhere near the nobodies in
suck.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts lore is very deep and complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to think of that theme song for the first game, and
when you walk away.
Yeah.
Would it just mean no shardy? No booty.
Oh, there we go. It's been
Nicole, you're
blown
good at this.
clean off. You want to know who probably has constant diarrhea? Tarzan.
Tell me your thought process behind that one.
Because he's just eating shit in the jungle.
What do you think he's eating?
Poison berries.
Why would he eat the poison
Why
ones,
would he just
James?
keep eating them?
Raw fish. His digestion isn't like that of a monkey gorilla. His is a man gorilla. So he's eating raw fish. He's absolutely eating some gorilla puss. He's got diarrhea. And Tarzan totally fucked a gorilla, okay? It's unequivocal. He's in heat. They're in heat. They're rubbing up against each other.
He was ace until he met Jane.
Yeah, Jane fucked shit up for him. That's what love will do to you, though. Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. bring a woman into your life, it drives you crazy. You start running into trees a lot more. Oh, that's George of the Jungle.
Yep,
I get confused.
We got to rewatch George of the Jungle, Nicole.
No, we gotta watch Encino Man.
We got to just watch all of his Airheads, all of it.
All right.
I recently just watched The Mummy and Mummy 2. Someone asked me, like, if I was hanging out with this guy, and he was like, have you ever seen The Mummy? And I'm like, I'm bisexual. Of course I've seen The Mummy. Like, how dare you?
I would be like, have you met someone who hasn't?
Right?
I would have said, 520 million in the box office says, yeah, I've seen it. I don't
you
know
ever
the
heard
exact.
of Garfield?
That's referencing
Call
last
back
week's.
to a previous episode, maybe.
Oh, baby. Brendan Fraser, he's muscular and hot as hell.
Hell yeah.
That dude fucking... Oh, and
It has the best story arc in Scrubs.
And
Sean knows.
We're going to be discussing a Brendan Fraser vehicle on the Rom Complex in the future.
Yeah.
Dudley Do
Yeah,
Right,
we will.
baby. What if I told you...
God, I fucking hate that movie.
There's a love triangle in that movie.
Okay.
It's
That sounds good.
insane. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't hide it. I was going to, but then you said, "Oh, I don't want to watch any more virginity tales." I was going to bring to the table Little Darlings, which is a fantastic movie, but that's technically a virginity tale.
Well, you know what I mean. There's an exception to every rule.
Ooh, like that Bright Eye song.
Yeah. And
Sure.
I think it's just called...
Connor Oberst, he narrates my life.
He
you know?
does, man. Connor Oberst is... I would say he's the Bob Dylan of our generation, but he's never had a shit period like Bob Dylan, so I don't even know
So he's better. He's
Yeah.
better than Bob Dylan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's the voice of a generation.
Man.
So, we're here to talk about kaiju movies.
Oh, yeah.
right?
I guess, if you want to be semantic about it. Jesus. Come on, R2.
No, I mean, because I want to make sure. I'm like, am I supposed to get us flowing?
No.
Is it my job?
Well, I
Should I
didn't-
do that? I worry. I take responsibility for my actions.
I didn't take notes, so I don't know where to start. So
Yeah.
I'm relying on James.
I'm going to say, R2, I'm already a little upset with you that you took us away from Kingdom Sharks, okay?
No
no.
booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the no booties.
And some.
That's why they're pissed, because they can't shark because they don't have a booty.
It's closed
Right.
up, guys.
Yeah.
Butts for days, nah. Butts behave. Shagadelic. Damn, I wish Austin Powers was Disney so he could be in Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's a really good idea. We should. Oh, maybe someone will make a mod. Can
Yeah.
you make a mod for Kingdom Hearts
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put
yeah.
Austin Powers in there?
He's a duck man.
Oh,
Instead of
no.
he's
a duck man?
No, he's a dude man. I believe he says that trying to like pull someone's mask off or something.
He's a man. He's a man,
Got it.
baby.
Oh, okay. He's
That's
a
a man,
man. I don't know what he's saying. He's a mallard man. There we go.
So you did say duck man.
Yeah, but duck comma man.
Okay.
He's a duck comma man. Penteveret, you ever watched it, Nicole?
Yeah.
It's good. Shelby, you seen it yet?
No, I haven't.
Even Sean
I got it on the
likes
list
it.
for you. I'm
Okay.
gonna watch it. I'm gonna think about James and Nicole every step of the way.
And Sean.
And Sean. I'll think about Sean too. Don't feel left out.
Damn, I think of Sean most days because I'm like, when the fuck is he gonna respond to my fucking messages?
And I hope he listened to the right fucking album.
Yeah, that too.
Oh.
Man, I hope he didn't fall asleep at 7 a.m. this morning.
It's endearing, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Man, these sex bots on YouTube are. I might just shut off streaming on YouTube because they're unruly today.
They are. They want to give you the cheapest one-time date, 18 plus dates.
Okay. Oh.
So
that's a lot of dates. More than 18? That's going to mess with my stomach.
Yeah.
that's a lot. That is a lot of dates. And where are we fitting them all in one day, or?
Yeah.
Because I like a long date. I go for a long date.
What?
You know?
Where do you find those?
Yeah.
I'm weird.
Okay.
Because like 18 for me, 18 wouldn't fit. I'm going on like an all day date. You know?
Yeah.
And all man.
Yeah, I mean it would take you all day.
Yeah, if it's a long date,
Yeah,
dates are
if it's
chewy.
just a single long one.
Yeah. Is it like a nerd's rope of a date?
Yeah, it's curled up.
Oh, gross.
You know how they
It's
have
a fruit
like
by the
hoses
foot.
wrapped around the coiled around the like hose holder.
like-
It's like that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
kind of have to unspool
Oh,
it.
it's a bubble gum tape, but dates.
Yeah.
Date tape. But on actual dates, two human beings getting together and experiencing an event together. What is your perfect date?
Okay. Let's see. Hopefully I already know and like the person and have some kind of like banter, some kind of rapport that we can work through.
I mean, preferably, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not doing dates with randos. I'm not going on Tinder dates. I don't use the apps. That's not me. I'm going on dates with people I've met before.
Mhm.
So maybe we'll get some food. Recently I had a pretty nice date. This person came over. We played some Mario Kart. We ordered
Whoa.
some food. We kissed a bunch.
Whoa. That's a perfect date.
It was great. Yeah.
Nicole, can we do that Mario Party instead? Because that's the one we currently own.
Okay.
We'll order food and then
Okay.
we'll kiss a lot.
Okay.
Can you define a lot? Because Nicole will get caught in those semantics.
Look.
Okay.
To be fair.
Yeah, okay. This might be too.
We might be getting into more personal territory.
Okay, all right.
Because this was actually a person I'd kissed before at a club, and he gave me COVID.
Okay.
Yeah!
Oh, it's yeah.
Call back.
Hey, we don't know if he gave you COVID though. It could have been someone else.
I'm pretty sure he gave me COVID.
Did he have COVID?
He also got it post that makeout. So
No, I that's something in the air tonight.
it could have been something that we were both exposed to.
Mm-hmm. That's
But-
a shared experience you guys had, getting
Yeah.
COVID from someone else, and then you guys hanging out on a couch,
Then you know what to talk about.
kissing.
Yeah, it was great.
Saying-
Tied at Mario Kart. That's perfect though, because I was talking a lot of smack beforehand. I'm like, I'm gonna destroy this guy at Mario Kart. Tied.
Wow.
See,
You can't go wrong with a tie.
that's why I try on Mario Party to do the like teams, like the 2-on-2, so Nicole and I can tie.
Yeah, I like the teams on Mario Party.
Mm-hmm. It's fun.
It is fun. It's hard. It's kind of hard to win once you get behind.
Oh yeah. No, because there's bonus stars.
The bonus stars will get you every
love 'em.
time.
They're
They
the
always
greatest.
favor the computers somehow.
Nicole will tell you they usually favor this guy.
Yeah, see, I don't like the teams because I just want to freaking beat you for once.
You have a couple times.
And I can't do that if we're on the same team.
No, but I love you so much. And I don't, like, I truly feel bad when, even if I'm winning, I'm like, this feels gross.
I'm sure
Then
James
I
would
don't
give you
know.
all of his wins. Like he would take them off of his leaderboard and put it on yours.
If we knew how to do that, I would.
Yeah.
The first time Nicole beat me, she had to be like, well, this has an asterisk. James was extremely high today, so
Yeah. No, I thought I still lost.
No, I thought that was the first time you won on stream.
I'm pretty sure I lost,
Okay.
dude.
All right, I guess even stoned, I know what's going on.
Well, speaking of quarreling couples,
Yeah, baby. Mothra and Batra.
well, they're like brother and sister.
Yeah, that's a couple.
They're like siblings.
A couple of siblings.
Yeah, but there's also the people in the movie. But
Oh, yeah. All right, guys, we're discussing Godzilla and twins. There's a lot of couples in this. We're discussing 1992's Godzilla versus Mothra. We did have a point of confusion because I believe you told us Mothra versus Godzilla. And I was like, well, I know what that one is. It's from 1964, of course. And then it wasn't until last night that you were like, oh, James, I thought we were doing this 1992 one because you said you watched it a lot. And I was like, oh, then we're absolutely doing that. I'm fine with switching the movie.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure I said Godzilla versus Mothra, but I believe you if I said Mothra versus Godzilla because it's the same two words in a different order.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know there was another one, a one from the 60s. But when I watched this 1992 one earlier this morning, I was like, I honestly have no idea if this is what I watched as a kid. I didn't remember the movie I watched as a kid. All I remembered was an everlasting love of Mothra. So it could have been any, but I'm pretty sure it's Godzilla versus Mothra from 1992 that I watched as a kid because my pop-op, my grandpa on my mom's side, owned a video store, and just the timing makes sense for that because I was a kid in the 90s. So
yeah.
Anyway, even though I didn't remember anything about this movie except how much I love Mothra, this movie rocks. I fucking love it.
Hell yeah. So, do you want to just get in note by note, or do you want to talk about hanging out at that beautiful VHS store that your pop-up owned?
Too. So when I was a kid, because my pop-up owned a beautiful VHS store, we had a lot of VHSs in our little like downstairs area of our house. It just had like a wall. It was like a bookshelf built into the wall, but it was filled with VHSs.
Hell yeah.
And we would go around. We would go visit my pop-up at the VHS store, the video store, all the time, and run around. I was afraid of the cover for the movie Coneheads. I've never watched Coneheads because it frightens me. And we would, my brother and I would try to sneak into the adults only video section. And I believe it was like a curtain. I did get to peek in one time, and all I saw was a poster for the movie Striptease. So, Demi Moore, thank you. From the bottom of my child heart. Anyway, Godzilla vs. Mothra was one of those movies that as a kid we just have playing in the downstairs like living room constantly. Just over and over. And I'd be like, look at Mothra. She's beautiful.
She's got those chicken legs, but besides that, beautiful.
Her little legs look like fried shrimp, and it's very cute.
Yeah, they're cute.
It's adorable. I love her big blue eyes. Even when she's a grub,
Ew.
she's just like grubbing around. I love it.
So I do have a question that you brought up the larva stages. What would you pick? A Mothra larva or a Batra larva dildo?
James, what the fuck?
This is like people have those
Okay, let me think
dragon
about it.
dildos.
I feel like the Batra one is spikier.
Yeah.
The Mothra, because Mothra is good. She's more round, you know. The
She's
Batra
good.
one was like a bad guy, sort of, kind of a more destructive force. So he was real spiky.
Yeah, and
So
sharp.
I'm not trying to have a sharp dildo.
But okay, let's say it's not sharp. It's like beaded and ribbed.
Well, that's
mean,
just the Mothra larva.
I think I'm still gonna go, with the Mothra. I'm I'm going with the Mothra one. James, please don't get me a Mothra dildo. If you and Nicole are thinking about like Christmas presents for me later
No.
this year, I don't want that. But out of the two, that's what I would choose.
Okay. And Nicole, you would choose the same?
Sure.
I think I would as well.
I'm so glad we found this out.
Yeah. This is
something
what
we have in common.
Fucking freak.
this is what you
James.
come for, Mostly Speakin Sentai.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CUM.
Yeah, baby. My notes.
My notes.
So I did like I didn't remember Batra, but there's the whole interaction between Mothra and Batra I really like, and there's a comment from someone on like a YouTube video about it that I want to read at the end, but I'll save it.
All right, hell
Save it
yeah.
for the end.
I will say we watched this maybe 4 years ago before a G-Fest to like get amped for it. And I could have swore that it was Mothra and Godzilla teaming up against Batra to take them out, but no, not at all.
It's not that, but it is like, you know, Mothra is always a good force.
Mm-hmm.
And Batra is just kind of he's going a little off the rails. Like he's meant to be something good for the earth, but he's uncontrollable. And it's the same with Godzilla. So I feel like there's like very Batra and Godzilla are kind of the same as far as their morally gray attitude toward the earth and humanity.
Yeah. So so Godzilla's just there.
Yeah, Godzilla probably could have just not been in this movie, and it would have been the same.
Yeah, I was like, so he just woke up and he's pissed.
Oh, there's a reason for that. This was originally a Mothra movie from the 80s. This was originally conceptualized, and then when Godzilla versus King Ghidorah was just like a smash fucking hit, they rushed this movie as quickly as possible. So they were like, "Oh, what treatments do we have?" I believe this is the correct story. So they were like, "Well, we have this one. Let's retool it. Just throw Godzilla in there and call it good." It's kind of like with Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, All Out Monster Attack.
Yeah.
That was originally supposed to be like Baragon, Viran, and one other person, like people who crawl around on all fours, but then they're like, "Oh no, let's we'll still have Anguirus." Oh, that was probably the other one. Let's have Anguirus in there, and then King Ghidorah and Mothra going against Godzilla. So that's why it feels like Godzilla did not need to be in this.
Also, compared to how cool Mothra and Batra look, like Godzilla does not look good in this movie.
I think the shots of him are great. I wrote down there are shots in this that are Oscar worthy, but the Academy, they're cowards.
They are cowards. I would agree with that. I think the score also could have won awards. The music is beautiful. You've got like the Batra theme, the Godzilla theme, of course. The Godzilla theme fucks. Like the Godzilla theme has always been so fucking good. And then the Mothra music is beautiful. It's ethereal. It's so good. I teared up at one point. I just love it so much.
And hearing all this music, I was like, guys, if you're on the Patreon, go back and listen to Nicole's fanfic reading of Every Queen Needs a King, I think is what it was called. That Godzilla, it was a Godzilla fanfic that took all the Titans and made them teenagers in high school, but like human teenagers with special powers. So it's a pretty good fan fiction, but the music, I took all these people's themes and music from Godzilla and made lo-fi covers of them, and it's very good. And the Mothra theme turned out very good. Mothra's theme just is a great work of music.
Absolutely. Yeah. So This movie starts out with like a meteor crash into the earth and waking up Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow we switch over to an Indiana Jones type.
Yeah.
It's a real hard, we're like, okay, meteor, waking up Godzilla, got it. Suddenly, we've got a guy stealing a statue from like a hidden temple type place.
Oh, man, where's Almac when you need him?
Yes. We've got what are they called? The silver surfers? No.
The silver
purple
gorillas, the
monkeys.
green monkeys, barracudas.
They always had kids who were like brother and sister and a couple years apart on that show. So I always thought my brother's like 2 years older than I am. So I thought we would make a really good team. But I was afraid of the temple guards.
Oh, yeah. They're terrifying.
Terrifying.
Were you ever on any because you were from Florida and a lot of those
Yeah.
contestants were from Florida because it's like the easiest way to get a contestant.
Well, I didn't move to Florida until I was 9.
Oh, duh.
So maybe if I had been there earlier, but
Mhm.
I did go to see the Nickelodeon like studio that they used to have at, was that like Universal or
Yeah.
whatever? And I like saw someone get slimed or whatever
Same.
live. I saw live sliming.
But was it Slime Time Live?
I mean, I don't know. You're really
Okay.
putting me on the spot here. I
Dang
don't
it.
remember a lot from my childhood. I just told you I didn't remember a single thing from this movie that I watched all the time as a kid.
Mothra, yeah. The guys, the early 90s to late 90s really loved just two exes that were really cheeky towards each other.
The chemistry? Smoking hot. 'Cause you've got this wild, off the rails, irresponsible Indiana Jones type. He's going out, he's stealing artifacts, he's selling to the highest bidder. So I guess he's more of like a Nathan Drake type. But then you've got his ex-wife, Masako. Was that her name? Masako.
Yeah.
And she's like this super cool, like professional business science government lady.
Yeah.
And their banter is it's steaming hot, James.
I did not catch any steaminess from either of these.
Oh, I
was
did.
fanning myself.
Oh.
I mean, not that much. Damn.
I'm easily impressed. But
Nicole was also on her phone for a majority of this movie.
I was looking for inspiration for a frog that owns a fruit stand at a farmer's market. For Patreon, okay?
I forgive you.
I
That's more
don't.
important than this.
Guys, why would you make a temple something that you slaved over? It's a feat of architecture. I don't care who the money men above you. I wouldn't put in a self-implode feature on my building.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
No, it's crazy. Like, do these things really exist? Or is this just movie magic that these temples will blow up if you move one thing in them?
Maybe we can just believe in our hearts that they could exist.
I feel like probably, yeah. But
Okay.
maybe it was like one time. And it's not like every time like in the movies where
Mhm.
it's every single fucking time. Like maybe in real life it happened like once and people are like, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, so they're like, dang it, it's another one of these exploding temples. Like, I thought we couldn't possibly run into another one of those.
Yeah.
The numbers were so unlikely.
Mm-hmm. I would just do the Scooby-Doo route and say, like, yeah, there's a monster there that haunts the place, and if you try to get into the basement,
Yeah.
it'll disfigure you. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's gonna make people come and see it. That's a draw. People they want to see.
Yeah, they
want
to
ghost monster.
TikTok videos.
You want to know what's crazy? Actually,
Logan Paul will be in there.
Yeah.
Give it 2 months.
Zach Bagel Bites.
Oh, did you? I was about to bring up Zach Bagel Bites as well because there needs to be a Scooby-Doo episode with Zach Bagans and the entire Ghost Adventures crew.
Yes.
Those are the ones who are always like, "I'm gonna fight you, Ghost."
Yes.
Like really like muscular.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
I
but
like
then-
that show.
So now in like more recent episodes, I feel like it's just because he's like, okay, I've paid my dues. If you watch them, he's like, oh, hey, so-and-so, go lay in that bed where they're like seeing ghost activity. And he's like, oh, hey, yeah, you go lay over there. And I'm like, yeah, of course you're going to tell other people to do it, you fucking coward.
But the weird thing
Yeah.
about that is that guy has also paid his dues because he's been there since day one, the cameraman.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I remember one episode where they were at a place that was known for its like mineral water, and they were drinking the mineral water, and they were like, "Whoa, I think I feel something." Like it's just water, dude.
On and that's why we drink podcast, they always bring up there was an episode where they go to like a haunted orphanage and it's raining and he says something like it's like the orphan's tears.
I wonder if he has someone in his earpiece, like a writer, saying like, "Yeah, say this." That,
Oh
this
yeah,
would
probably.
be
Oh,
good.
yeah. Absolutely. So they need, what's his name? Takuya?
Probably.
Someone help me with names. I don't remember. Anyway, his name starts with a T. Indiana Jones, we'll call him. They need his help to explore Infant Island. So Masako, to whatever his name, Indiana Jones, and some guy named Ando go and are exploring Infant Island for the company that's in all of these Godzilla movies.
Yeah. So he also like gets found out, but after this temple blows up, and he's like trying to get out of the temple, and Nicole's like, "Wow, I just don't have the upper body strength. I could not get out
I
of
would
there."
die.
No, Nicole, I think in this situation where it's life or death, you could do a pull up.
I don't think I could.
You could maybe do a pull up if you had the will to live.
Yeah.
You
Don't.
need that.
Oh no.
Which, if you don't, I understand in the world that we live in.
That makes sense. Okay, fine. Fine.
Are you
leave
saying,
me.
James, are you saying that you wouldn't
That what?
if you were in that same situation?
No, because I know, like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm too much of a people pleaser to kill myself.
Okay.
So I would be like, well, gotta get out of this so no one's sad about me dying. Also, like, dying in this mess of rock, no one's gonna be able to find my body, and if they do, it's just gonna be, like, segmented mush.
Wait. Yeah.
It's gonna be like when you get...
I mean, okay, if we're being real, then yeah, I would pull myself up out of sheer willpower. But I was doing
Nicole.
it for the dark comedy.
This is a fucking Mostly Speakin Sentai. This is the realest show you'll ever get.
James has a habit of not joking when everyone else is.
Yeah,
and
they-
saying
yeah.
the most vile, disgusting things when everyone else is being serious.
He's like, whatever's the most subversive in this moment.
Yeah, that's
He's a destructive force.
That's surrealist comedy, guys.
Only
Uh-huh,
chaos.
So, right. So he goes to jail. Well, okay. We backtracked a little bit. Indiana Jones gets out of the temple. Who's waiting there for him? His ex-wife.
She's like,
Or the cops or something. They put him in jail. And then his ex-wife comes and is like,
Oh,
we
she
need your help.
does.
And he's like, no. And she's like, all right, I guess you're going to stay in jail forever. And then he's like, okay, wait. I will help.
Yeah,
so he can
yeah,
get
yeah.
out of jail. They go to Infant Island. The guy they're with, Ando from the company, he is wearing a full ass business suit trekking through the jungle on this island. Like, what? Pack better, you know? Like, you knew you were going to explore an island. Why are you wearing a suit?
Yeah, dress like Masato, a stereotypical adventurer.
Yeah.
Her outfits in this movie are fantastic. I appreciate the drip. She has this, when they're on a boat, she has like a really nice striped shirt. Later in the movie, they're at a hotel. She's in this kind of pastel like dress, and the Indiana Jones guy is in a green blazer, this like light green blazer. It's very 90s and it's fashionable and I love it.
Shelby, there's this episode of Ed, Ed, and Eddie where it's an Arbor Day episode. They go to Plank and Johnny's house and they think everyone else is being invited, so they like dress to the nines, Ed, Ed, and Eddie. And when I watched this, I was like, holy shit. Shelby could rock what Eddie is wearing right now. It was like I'm like, I tried to screenshot it, but HBO Max doesn't let you do print screen. It just is a blank screen when you try to do that. I'm just gonna have to take a picture with a camera and I'll send it to you, and we'll get someone to make this outfit for you, and you can cosplay as Eddie from this one specific episode that he never wears this outfit ever again.
I would love to, and no one will get it, and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't explain it to anybody.
I guess you just carry around Plank. That could help people maybe piece it together. No. It's from also season 5. I don't think that's the biggest hit among the fans.
It's also interesting because I always considered myself more of a double D type.
Ooh. Nicole?
What?
Oh, wait, fuck. We did this last night.
You did talk about this.
Never mind.
I was listening.
I was like, really? Are we doing this again?
Yeah, we cannot do this again. People listening on podcasts will be like, that was 2 weeks ago. No, guys, it was less than 24 hours ago for us. How much do you think beachfront property on Infant Island would be?
Oh. Very expensive.
There is.
I mean, because
there's monsters there. We have to remember that.
Okay, but they're sleeping.
Okay.
And no other people live in there. So it's like, and people would go and be like, this is my island now.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone loves to own an island.
Yeah.
Rich people do it all the time.
It would also be very good because you have a very nice alarm system there to know when like catastrophic events are going to happen. All of a sudden from the mountaintops, you start hearing, Mothra, yeah. You'd be like, oh, shoot, I need to get down in my bunker.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to get some rich libertarians.
Yeah.
With their bunkers built on Infant Island.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be able to survive anything.
I would like to see a web series. Maybe Sean can produce it because he's an actor. He can also star in it. Toku Realtors, where it's tokusatsu stuff and the like, hey, let's Skull Island. What's that going to be like? Cloverfield Lane. What's prices on that? Infant Island, Monster Island, Tokyo in general.
That's a fun idea. I like that.
Angel Grove.
I don't know what that is. Oh, wait, that's Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know that.
Also, so much of Godzilla is like SJW shit, and it's crazy how, the Toku fandom, like half of them are still just selfish assholes and conceited and like, I don't care about anyone else, and don't tell me my science fiction stuff has any message besides just monsters fighting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Godzilla has always had a message. And this movie in particular is like about the environment and protecting the earth and the environment from human greed.
Yeah. A lot of, since the 70s, like with Hedorah. Hedorah. That's the one I'm thinking of. That one's been about pollution, and like 5 Man we're watching right now. So much of that is about pollution and how it's affecting the city.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. I like seeing this stuff. It's better than like the message being that America is great or something, which you get in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I got like an air pollution alert on my computer a while ago, and I was like, oh, this is fucking dystopian as hell. Like air quality.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I check it all the time. I can never tell. I mean, I live in LA. The air quality is pretty bad all the time. But I can't tell.
To live and die in
It's
LA.
just air.
Yeah, it's like thick water. Would you drink that? Once you drink it a lot, you're used to thick water.
Yeah.
So once
Where are you finding thick water?
at Northside Pub in Muskegon, Michigan. So then when you inhale thick air all the time, you're just used to it.
Yeah. And when I inhale fresh air, I'm like, where are my particulates? Where are they?
It's like when
This air is missing something.
It's like when you're sick and you blow your nose and it's a really good one, and then you like take one slight inhale, you're like, oh, I just got so much air inside of me. That's what like air should be a little thick, guys.
And that's what Mothra is fighting for. Really, they're trekking around that island, right? And they see the island's like falling apart or whatever, and they realize that it's the fault of man. Man has destroyed this beauty of this island.
Yeah.
And then they just keep going. They're like, oh, okay, whatever.
And Nicole at this point was like, I just don't buy this man as a rough, rugged individual. And do you want to talk on that more?
I mean, no, because I seriously sat there and was like trying to figure out why, and I don't know. I was like, is it because of the lack of like facial hair? Is it their little thingy? What is that? What
Headband?
I don't know.
I said it's
maybe it's like it's something about the early 90s, you know? He's not like a very big guy, and he's cute and like charming in a fun way. He's got kind of like an immaturity to him, which makes him seem like less of a rough and tumble
adventurer,
outdoorsy type. Yeah.
I was just thinking it's because we just have never seen him succeed. He keeps failing at everything he does.
That's true. That's why he can't show his face to his daughter, which he has.
Yeah.
And doesn't go see. So when he and his wife divorced, he just left a kid and went away.
That's how daddies do it, baby.
Yeah, irresponsible father. And that's our hero.
Shelby, have you ever seen, because I was like, oh, I believed Bill Maher as the rough and rugged person more in the movie, and I if you haven't seen it, guys, you should check this movie out. I believe it's The Cannibal Women of the Avocado Jungle.
No, of course I haven't seen that movie, James. I've never even heard of that. I've never heard those words strung together before.
It is so funny. It's like a legitimate comedy. I say check it out. 2 thumbs up to that.
All right.
It's probably
I'll
still
look
on
it up.
Tubi.
The avocado women of the jungle. Cannibal jungle.
Nicole, you said notate this old text.
Oh yeah. So not to bring up, and that's why we drink again, but so they're looking at all of these like at cave drawings in shit, and on the podcast they were bringing up how people reading stuff from like Pompeii and whatever, people would just write shit like penis and so was here. Like,
right.
So I was just thinking that while they were looking at the two bugs fighting, and I was like, this could just be nonsense.
It says, "What if Mothra had boobs?"
It's the equivalent of drawing the like blind skateboard skeleton on your notebook.
What?
There was this.
What?
Okay, I'm talking for specific era of skateboarding and fans of skateboarding. There's this like cool little skeleton. Like he was like a chubby skeleton. He had a little scythe. And
How
it was,
can a skeleton be chubby?
okay, he's big boned. So hold
Big
on.
boned.
Hold on.
Like a round-boned skeleton?
Yes,
that sounds so cute. That sounds like some darling homebody art.
Yeah, dude. Okay, let me do blind skateboards, and I'll show it on stream of what
Okay.
I am talking about. Yeah, this little cutie. Hold on, let me find just a picture of him. So
Someone said Stone Age manga fans.
he's got like a little pot belly to him.
It is a little round. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't
yeah,
like it as
yeah.
much. I liked my idea of it better.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
sad that I had to see the real thing.
Maybe this is a newer logo because I remember him being a little more cute, or it's just how Cody Lighter would draw him on his notebooks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. He's a samurai right here. Hell yeah.
So the cave drawings of Mothra
Yeah.
versus Batra, like that was so cute. I would get that like as a tattoo. I've been thinking, especially after watching this movie, I want a Mothra tattoo. So I was looking for like inspiration. I don't think I would go with this because I really love Mothra's like colors and her big beautiful moth form.
Yeah.
But the cave drawing of Mothra fighting Batra is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
It yeah, like it's supposed to be this sort of, I don't know, like reveal for later on. I feel like it should have been more grand, more epic, but it really just looks like they just had an intern like go draw it real quick.
Well, so we find out when a flower starts talking to them, they turn around.
yeah.
They're like, what's going on? These two tiny little pixie ladies.
Twins.
The little twins, the Cosmos, they're called. They come out from behind a flower and tell our main characters that an ancient civilization 12,000 years ago took control of the Earth's environment, and the Earth got mad because the Earth is a sentient being and doesn't want its climate taken control of by people. So it created Batra, right, to fight this climate control thing. But Batra got out of hand, so Mothra had to come and subdue Batra. And then they slumbered.
Probably.
It was all over. So now we have Mothra is in a big egg, and shit's going down again.
Yeah.
We got a big Mothra egg. We've got the little fairy twins.
Yeah.
And they don't know this, but we just had a meteorite, awaken Godzilla. And since Mothra is awakening, Batra is going to awaken too. Because the landslides caused Mothra's egg to be revealed, where it was like buried.
Yeah.
From what I understand, this is what happened. The man-made, environmental problems caused Mothra's egg to be revealed, which will cause her to awaken to fight for the Earth.
Yeah, and Mothra's got to have a big-ass gaping pussy, because that egg is big.
Jesus.
It's huge. Godzilla sees that and he's like, I'm going to have a hearty omelet tonight, because that's a big old yolk sack right there. A yolky capsule.
My God.
Do you still like me, Shelby? Are you still
I do,
okay?
I do.
Okay. That's just one of my notes. I needed to get it out there. But then, so
if you wrote down the note about the giant Mothra pussy, you gotta say it.
Yeah. So, because, if you look at the Mothra egg and then you look at the size of Mothra, it doesn't add up.
Well, that's why I don't think it's an egg. I mean, these are like
Yeah, it
mystical,
does.
magical creatures, James. I don't think she's just laying the egg. I think maybe it's just like forming.
Okay.
You know? Like perhaps she go it like a phoenix turns to ashes and then rises from these ashes. Like Mothra is her moth self, then goes back to egg self, and then enters her larval stage, and then moth again, and it goes around the circle of life.
I think that is actually what happens. Now that
Yeah.
you mentioned that.
So no eggs are being laid. We don't have to think about Mothra's cloaca or
Jinx, yes.
God.
hell yeah, dude.
You're back out. You're like, we're the same person
We're
again.
friends again.
And Nicole is pissed.
So what do these motherfuckers do? They're like, let's take the egg.
Yeah.
They just call a boat, and the whatever company comes to take the egg away.
And these twins are so fucking trusting. They're like, oh yeah, we agree with you guys. You have the best intentions of the planet Earth in mind. No, they don't.
They absolutely don't. Why would you trust anything they say? Especially the man who went on a hike in a full suit.
Yeah.
I don't even trust him to dress himself.
So Batra starts running amok, and like I had to, because I was recording for so long earlier in the day, I had to reset up the room, and during this scene, I had to get stuff. And it when I came back in, Nicole said, "You missed Batra destroying a bunch of stuff. He's really cute."
Batra is adorable. I think he's still like a larva at that point, right?
Yeah.
Which is, it's weird to think of Batra like it's not a bat.
Yeah.
Why'd you name it like that?
Why'd you name it like that?
Why didn't you name it Bugtra or something? You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But they had to come up with something that flies and is not a moth. They couldn't have two Mothras. What if they called him Mothro?
Oh.
Okay.
There is Leo Mothra, which is in the trilogy. Mothra dies, and then one of their, or I guess we need to watch those to figure out how the eggs
I think she has a couple
happen.
sons, right?
Yeah, he's one of them.
And he's fluffy.
Oh, and he's got the muscles too.
What?
Yeah, baby. James has been on DeviantArt lately.
Uh-huh.
James has been creating DeviantArt lately.
I've been creaming DeviantArt.
No.
Well, I was gonna say,
but
like,
you can see, listen, the way you said creating. James heard the first syllable of create.
well, I was about to explain why I didn't say, because it would have sounded like I was cremating DeviantArt, and I was like, well, that's not gonna sound good. Just say I've been creaming.
Right, we get it, and it's just I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's fascinating the way your mind works. We love to see it. So
I'm goddamn Goodwill Hunting of it.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you're like a grade school teacher and James is a child.
Yeah. Well,
And you're
I've
trying to
heard
figure
that
out how
before.
to compliment him.
We did it. You guys just complimented me. I'm a little scamp.
Someone on the Twitch chat just asked what the weirdest DeviantArt we have seen is. And I'll tell you, I was looking, I wanted to see if there was some sexy Mothra art. And of course there is. So for some reason, Mothra always has really big boobs on DeviantArt, and the fan art of Mothra. I'm like, a moth doesn't have boobs. She has got these curvy little legs. Like, you give her, thick thighs and stuff. But they want to give her boobs too. So I've seen some weird Mothra DeviantArt.
But I think it's because Mothra comes off as motherly, and when you think of motherly, you think like milky tits. I mean, that's
right, so she can nourish.
I may have said it in a funny way, but that is a real observation I would make, is like, she's motherly.
Yeah, but totally not at first. So in this movie, like, she's in her egg and she's being toted along in the ocean. And then Godzilla approaches, right? And they're like, oh, we got to get this egg off of us because Godzilla's coming for the egg. So they release the egg from the boat and Mothra starts hatching and she's just her little larva self. She's nothing. She's a little grub. It's adorable. And she goes and she fights Godzilla. She like bites his tail and he's like swinging her around and stuff, which I thought was funny because they totally stole this ocean ship fight scene and put it in Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
That newer movie, the new one.
This I think happens quite a bit. These ocean
let
fights.
me just say it. They took it and they put in that movie.
Oh well, yeah, it's also being produced by Toho.
It's better with Mothra as a little grub.
Well, they like do that in the original Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah, that too.
They had and in the newer one, they had a lot of like things that are like referencing to the original movie, like yeah, I see what we did.
You know, I'm just mad because I didn't see the newer one that had Mothra in it because I heard it was bad. And then when I watched Godzilla versus Kong, I was like, I just wish Mothra was in this.
Oh, no, King of the Monsters is the best one out of those three.
Sick.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people would disagree with you, but maybe I'll go back and watch it.
Tell them to fuck off. But
Okay.
if you want to see some cute Mothra larva action with Mothra along the way, Godzilla Tokyo SOS, they have another like biting his tail and he's just like, get it off from me, get it off from me. I believe it's in that one. That one's good. Also,
I'm going to write that down.
The weirdest deviant art I've ever seen, I still laugh just thinking about it. It's SpongeBob kind of like they're posing like you would pose with Sandy for like a Sears photo, but she is pregnant and the backdrop is 9/11, like the planes, like the buildings, the towers blowing up, and it says never forget, and that's the weirdest deviant art I've ever seen.
Nicole?
I don't go on DeviantArt, so I don't know.
What about Tumblr?
All right.
Your dick
Too
looks
good for
great
this
in those heels.
conversation.
Have you ever been
too normal in your consumption of fan art?
Shelby, have you ever been to your dick looks great in those heels.com? It's a Tumblr.
I have not.
It's
I
funny.
know. Okay.
It's good.
Wait, you told me about this.
Oh my god.
I think I said it on Shuffling the Deck.
Then you told me about it indirectly by saying it on your podcast and I listened to it.
It's good.
Sometimes when I'm listening to your podcast, I just assume that you're talking directly to me.
Sometimes I am. I'm like, that R2 Shelby 2, real cool. At this point, they start fighting underwater, and I said, Nicole, do you want to know how they do this underwater effect? And it's very simple. All they did was put like in a 2-pan window with water in it in front of the lens, and then the actors in the suits were on the other side of that, and then they would just sometimes like puff jets of air into the water, and that's how they got those bubble effects.
Oh, I always love the creative practical effects in these older Godzilla movies. They just look so cool. And Mothra kind of gets so Mothra kind of pieces out. Godzilla and Batra are fighting underwater, right? And then they fall into a trench.
Yeah.
They like fall into a volcanic trench.
And they're dead. No longer
And
to be
everyone's
seen.
like, guess they're dead. Let's go. Mothra's gone. And so they're like, oh no, we were supposed to take that big egg back to the company. What'll we do now? Guess we'll just take these small ladies.
Yeah.
Guess we'll kidnap these small ladies.
Insane.
Yeah.
Also,
what?
they keep every time these twins show up, this is kind of the same thing that happens. Like, they get captured and someone wants to take them to make a profit off from them.
Right.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But
and that's what happens to twins in real life, too.
Oh.
Yeah, Nicole, you didn't know that?
No.
Huge black market for twins.
Whoa.
Someone in chat, Bob, is saying, hold on, Batman as the Virgin Mary with Shrek as Joseph and Sonic as the Christ child in Batman's womb, maybe?
Yeah.
That was enough internet for me that day. I'm assuming is in reference to DeviantArt.
I have seen that image, and
Hell
it is.
yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot.
That's what I
There's
call
a
a
lot
happy
of
family.
weird pregnancy art involving superheroes and also Sonic. I don't know what it is about Sonic that people see and they think, like, gotta impregnate that guy. or have him impregnate somebody.
Amy?
Or have me become pregnant with him.
Yeah. Amy from Sonic, she does look very good pregnant. I will admit that.
No.
I
That
do
remind-
like
that reminds me, I was like working for this pregnant lady, and some guy came up to her and was like, I just think women are the most beautiful when they're pregnant. And I'm like, fucking get out of here,
So-
dude. Like, you even say that and like look yourself in the face in the mirror every day.
On Good Mythical Morning, Stevie said, yeah, Link, remember that time you just said to me, wow, Stevie, you'd look very nice pregnant. And then he's like, oh my, why are you saying this on air? I immediately regretted when I saw your face and how you reacted to it. Why are you saying this? And in my head, I did not say it to Nicole, but I was like, yeah, obviously she would, but no one's just going to flat out say that to someone. Pregnant women are pretty smoking.
Well, I'm not telling you to go around and find pregnant women and call them ugly. It's just like when you're boiling down, where you're saying women are at their most beautiful when they're carrying a child, because that's what you were created for, you reproductive.
Yeah, especially when it's just like
walking womb.
you said it was at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a stranger and you're at work. No.
No. Goose Von Kaiser wants to know what we would do with our captured twins.
Like, if we had these twins or if I had a twin and they were captured.
I think if we, because twins get kidnapped, these little twin fairies get kidnapped all the time, what we would do with them. So, James, I don't want to hear from you first.
You don't want to hear from... Okay, good.
Let me go first.
All right, go
'cause
for
I don't
it.
want to hear it. I'd probably just hang out with them, and talk and get them to sing their little Mothra song and send them on their way. I don't want to kidnap them. I don't want to have them. I want them to be free.
Yeah.
Nicole, your answer?
I'm really tempted to just make it depressing. Because I was gonna say, like, yeah, I would just like try to like be their friend, but then they would just like get bored of me and leave. They'd be like, no, fuck you, and then they would just leave. And I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It'd be like in Toy Story 2 when that guy's like, you're my friends now. I don't remember Toy Story 2.
Yeah, that gross dude.
Yeah, the scary guy.
That's me.
Guys, you aren't thinking right. Espionage, obviously. You get them, they can crawl in air ducts and shit and relay. They probably have twin telepathy, so only one needs to go in, and then the other one's like, she sees the writing on the wall, Russia's going to attack, and you're like, yes!
That's good. In the movie, though, I think they just kind of stand around and sing. They don't really do much else. Like, I don't know if they could handle sneaking out and crawling through ducts and air vents.
You don't know till you try.
Yeah.
But you don't know till you try. Maybe you could tempt them with a Scooby snack.
Yes.
Whatever the equivalent is.
Or I guess I would just use them for special effects movies. Be like, hey, this is, I don't need.
James would just put them on a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Like, so what was Infant Island like? Who are your guys? Mothra, Godzilla, or maybe a King Ghidorah?
Mary Kill.
Oh, yeah.
Mothra, Godzilla, and Batra. So the other thing about these little twins is that you could use them to fool children into thinking like they're seeing fairies, because they're real.
Mhm.
But you remember those girls who had like, oh, I met fairies, here's photographic evidence of them. You could really mess with people, I think.
Are you just talking about what's his nuts from Fairly Odd Parents, Crocker?
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Man, he loves fairies.
So they get to Tokyo or whatever, and they have their little twins in Tokyo, and they're trying to give them to the company. Ando steals the little twins to give to the company, and the company's like, "This is great," but Mothra's like, "Where are my little fairies?"
Yeah.
So she grubs out. She's in her larval form. She's destroying this fucking city.
Pissed.
Just like sliding down the streets, knocking over buildings, and she's the good guy. So she's just she's trying to find her girls, you know?
Is this when that dude's like, come on, destroy my city. I'll just keep rebuilding it. I have insurance on everything.
Yeah, it's weird that, I mean, obviously, that's the bad guy, you know?
Yeah.
You could say Batra's the bad guy or Godzilla's the bad guy, but who's the real bad guy?
The peepees.
Capitalism. Yes.
Yeah, because Godzilla, I think, is just neutral. He is not there to...
He's just existing, dude.
Yeah. And then Mothra is trying to better the world for people, and then Batra seems to be bettering the world for just the world.
The Earth, yeah. Right, exactly. So Mothra's going through the town. They're like, okay, we got to show... Okay, finally, this guy, like, meets up with his daughter and finally sees her. And she's like, Daddy, I don't want to be the daughter of a thief.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because she knew the whole time that he was a thief, even though her mom was telling her that he was, like, a superhero or something. Or, like, a cop.
Smart.
I don't know.
She's like, I read the fucking paper, guys.
Right.
This man...
I'm not a fucking idiot. Just because I'm 6 years old doesn't mean I'm stupid, okay?
Yeah.
Also, at this point, they're in the airport, correct? And
Oh, yeah, I kind of skipped ahead.
they meet up with, I think, her sister. It's Mickey, I think, which Mickey is in a lot of these, the Heisei series. And she says Mickey's with someone and goes, oh, the professor came too, and Mickey just without any beat says, he'll be leaving. And it's like, what? Wait, what? That sounds dismissive, Mickey.
He'll be leaving. But Mickey, she has sort of like psychic connection, right? She's kind of has some kind of supernatural stuff, because when the twins are missing, she's the one who's like guiding them through the city to find them. She's like, I can sense them over this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to pull up a famous meme that I made about Mickey real quick. It's very good, but you guys keep going.
Famous meme that you made?
Yeah.
You're a famous memer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How about that?
I make my own content too.
What does that mean?
I don't steal people's and just like brand it as my own.
Oh. You're right.
You heard.
So yeah, I'm sorry, James, because when I talk about movies, I tend to kind of just like power through and do cliff notes, and I forget that you are much more thorough.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm
your
just
notes.
going back because I have notes about that stuff.
Yeah,
You
'cause
can
in
skip
my
to the
mind,
end.
I'm
Go
ready
for
to talk
it.
about her cocooning out. You know,
Yeah.
and okay, she cocoons out.
And
Nicole says there's.
Nicole, every single time Mothra spits this string shot, thinks it's disgusting.
It's gross.
It reminds me of like like a metapod or Caterpie.
Mhm.
So it seems like Caterpie in the Pokemon show does the same kind of string shot thing to turn into a metapod. And I'm a fucking nerd, so that's what I think.
I also thought the same thing.
Great. Perfect. That's why we're friends.
We're 90s kids, am I right, guys?
Hey, James, what do you think caterpillar webs smell like?
Caterpillar webs probably... I think they have an earthy but like a refreshing scent to them.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of like fresh, like leafy kind
Uh-huh.
of, you know?
Like when it rains.
Oh, when it rains. When it rains, it pours. Am I right, guys?
So Mothra, she's coming straight for the Capitol building. And all the guys are like, oh no, the Capitol building. And Mothra doesn't fucking care. She sets up her little string web and gets in her cocoon right over City Hall or whatever it is. And then she hangs out there for a while. And because the twins are like, oh, don't worry, she's not dead. She's just exiting her larval stage.
Yeah, all bug larvae turn into big bug, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of when I worked at PetSmart. This lady came in and she's like, we gotta talk. I'm doing a talk for kids about bugs. And I wanted to see if you had any, like, what type of insects you had in stock. And I was like, okay, well, we have crickets. And she got some crickets. And I was like, we also have mealworms, which are the larval stage of beetles. But when I told her we had mealworms, she's like, but those aren't insects, those are worms. And I was like, maybe you shouldn't be the person giving a talk about bugs. I did not say that. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, and let her go. But I was like, these are fucking bugs. I know I'm right about this.
These are absolutely bugs, guys. Here's that famous meme I was talking. It's Mickey, and it says...
Could have prevented 9/11.
Yeah, because she has telepathy. Moth body, chicken feet.
Yes. Though she does have kind of chicken claws.
Yeah.
But I do like to think of them as little fried shrimp with the furry legs.
I'm a fried shrimp.
Shrimp.
Explain that.
I'm just, I'm tiny and I'm fried. I'm exhausted.
Okay.
I'm also battered and put in a deep fryer.
I'm a fetal pig. Deal with it, you fucks.
I was stoned and I said that, and Nicole loves...
James, seriously, like, we were just sitting there, like, watching TV. I was probably doing my puzzle, and he just says that. And I was like, what did you just say? And he's like, what? What did I say? And I was like, I think you said a thing, and I don't want to tell you because it's funny. And he was just like, no, what did I say? And I was just like, oh my God, dude.
I'm a fetal pig.
When someone says something so hilarious and nonsensical like that, I always worry that I will immediately forget what it is. And that because I'll repeat it, like they'll say it, I'm like, that was so hilarious what you just said. I'm a fetal pig, deal with it, whatever. And then I'll say it back to myself and be like, that can't possibly be what they said.
Yeah.
What they said is lost forever. And I just made up this new thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I was like, what? To, like, make sure that's what he said. But then he was just like, wait, what? What did I say?
Because I completely forgot instantly.
Like, this is what James's brain does on autopilot.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating.
The military lobs missiles at the larva, and the twins just, like, give, like, like, it's a very, like... guys, do another take. Be like, no, it's the same syllable.
Did you watch? So yeah, the dubbing was pretty funny in this because sometimes they would say stuff where I'm like, I bet that sounds a lot better in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because I had to like go around and work with stuff, I had to put on dubs, not subs.
Yeah. I'm just pretty sure I watched a dub when I was a kid, so I was like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Also, guys, Mothra is anti-government. She's always taken down the Capitol. I like it.
Absolutely. She's great. Mothra's Antifa.
Or is saying like, hey, women need to be in the government, in the Capitol. I'm just going to station right out front.
Put women in the Capitol. Put a very large moth woman in the Capitol.
Why not?
So yeah, that's why she goes into her little cocoon, because the military is firing at her. But once she's in her cocoon, guess what? Who's coming? It's Godzilla and Batra.
No, I'm scared.
Yeah.
No, well, too bad. They're coming.
No.
They're coming to fight in the city.
In the city.
City of pizza.
Do you guys ever think that you spend too much time together?
No, I wish we
no,
spent
of course
more.
you don't think that, James.
I wish we spent more fucking time together.
James, it's very clear that any moment of the day you're not with Nicole, you're like, I wish you were with Nicole right now.
I will be sitting, like, Nicole will be sitting on the couch, and I'm like, oh, I haven't hung out with you all day. And Nicole will be like, we have been watching TV for 3 hours on the same couch. I'm like, but I'm still so far away from you.
I'm like, I'm literally touching you right now.
Yeah, but not like we never spoon anymore, Nicole. And it breaks my heart. I want to spoon more. Because you're like, oh, it's too hot out. I'm like, okay,
because you always decide when we are going to cuddle.
Okay, mark it on the calendar.
You never are like, hey, you also never ask me, hey, is it okay? Or actually you do sometimes.
Yeah, okay, see?
But you're never just like, hey, later, or like whatever.
Okay.
You're just like, oh yeah, we're going to sleep now. I'm going to cuddle you when it's 90 degrees.
All right, this is what you'll do. Go on the calendar, just pick whatever day fits your fancy, and put like a yin and a yang, because that's two people cuddling. And then I'll know, hey, that's the day. Even write down a time if you'd like. I don't care how we get there. I just care that we are there.
All right, guys, I gotta ask, who's Big Spoon? Who's Little Spoon?
I wish I could be a little spoon, but I'm Big Spoon. I do. Nicole has a metal spine, and I like how the nub of like where the metal
I hate
spine
how much you like it.
and the bone meets.
Like, it was endearing at first, but after a while, I just like, I don't like this anymore.
I love giving the little nubbies, giving it kisses, but I like that, this part of your chest, how it's like slightly indented. This is a perfect spoon, is when the nub and this indent meet, and it feels like we're a puzzle piece that locked into place.
That's great. I'm so happy for you.
Write it on the calendar, Nicole.
I'm glad I could help you two through this, through scheduling your spoon times.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know. I was going to move on, and I couldn't remember what happened next in the movie.
Yeah, there's this, they see this mother and child laying lifeless on the side of the road, and when they pick up this kid, I don't know if I've told this story on this podcast, but it looked like this kid's doing great dead acting. They look like...
Yeah, that kid looked dead.
They looked like that frozen cat that I saw.
No, don't!
Have I said that story on here?
No!
I'll shorten it real quick. Cody Leiter, one of my best friends in like 4th to 7th grade, he was talking about this cat and that he found, and he was like, oh, this cat's so cute. I'm so excited for you to meet this cat. And I'm like, yeah, awesome. I'm coming over later. I'm excited not only to meet this cat, but to eat those frosting cookies you have and drink Red Pop and watch Nickelodeon Games and Sports, because that's what I love doing. So he's just talking about this cat the entire day. First period, second period, etc. And we go to his house, and as we're walking from the bus stop, he lived in a trailer park, so you're out at the start of the trailer park, and then you go, you have to walk the rest of the way. And he's like, oh, I'm so excited. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So we go in, and he said, oh, it's in my mom's bathroom. That's the warmest place of the house, so that's where they'll be. So we go in, and then he opens up the kennel and pulls out the cat, and it's just like, and it's a frozen cat. And because he had been hyping this up for so fucking long, I accidentally laughed because it was so like, this was comedy of like, you couldn't have written this better. And the cat has been ingrained into my head, and I want to bring this up to him someday and be like, I'm sorry, and I apologize. I was like, I'm sorry, this was a baffling thing, that I know this is traumatic, but hot damn, holy shit. It was like,
you gotta find some way to tell that story that doesn't make people feel so bad. Because it's truly awful. By the way, the YouTube spam comment this time, it says we have more cheap sex than Tinder.
Whoa.
Which, you know,
how?
I don't know, but because I guess with Tinder,
but Tinder's free.
You're going on dates and stuff, so maybe you have to pay for a date. So it's saying like, oh, this is.
They're not saying cheaper dates than Tinder. They're just saying it's more.
Oh, quantity.
Yeah, the quantity is more.
Well, you know, I never have to pay for it at all. So. Anyway, Mothra comes out of her egg, her cocoon or whatever. So oh my gosh, this part was so funny. Her little cocoon is cracking. She's popping her little head up. The music is beautiful. I'm like tearing up, and the little girl, the daughter, just goes, nice.
I mean, that's what, as children, we would say as well.
Hell yeah. So then she's fighting Batra, right? She's got the lightning coming from her wings. It looks so cool. I think I want like, when I get a Mothra tattoo, I want her to have like lightning coming from her wings. It's awesome. I think she bests Batra, right? And he's just like kind of hanging out, but then she's like sprinkling little dust on him.
Uh-huh.
And then she's got to go fight Godzilla. And Godzilla is strong.
Yeah.
Godzilla's real strong. And Godzilla kind of like throws her down and is about to drop a Ferris wheel. Oh, jeez. Damn it, we're getting more DeviantArt. So the big Ferris wheel is about to drop on Mothra, and it's gonna squish her. She's a bug. But then Batra comes and catches it. Keeps her from getting squished.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, I have this idea. Godzilla, a whole building just landed on him. A Ferris wheel might do the trick.
Yeah. So Mothra and Batra talk to each other. They're communicating, right? And we don't know what they're deciding, but they've decided to work together, right? They take down Godzilla, and then they make a deal. Mothra and Batra make a deal together, right? Batra gets the bad end of this deal because they have to go pick up Godzilla and carry him away, but Batra has to pick up the bitey end.
Yeah.
So Batra's just getting bitten and then having like the nuclear breath, like bad on him, and he's getting murdered while they carry Godzilla away, and Mothra's just like holding Godzilla's tail.
Yeah.
Completely useless.
It's like when we have to clip Sox's nails, I'm the one feeding him treats while Nicole's clipping. And in the beginning, Nicole probably has the worst job because he has a lot of sharp nails. But near the end, he's just like trying to bite my hand to be like, I smell the food. So maybe it's inside the flesh.
Maybe it's in there.
Yeah.
James, are you keeping treats inside your skin?
This is what I should do. I should make like a fishing rod for treats for him, and then he's like, "Come here, let me at it," and then that's how we solve this issue.
There you go.
No, because then he'll just jump at it.
Oh, but no,
Yeah,
I keep.
You gotta keep him still.
We strap it to his head so it's always in front of him,
Yeah, then he'll be like freaking out.
Yeah, he's gonna go wild, James. Yeah.
like a blind dog
Keep
sniffing
working
for
on
treats.
it though. Keep workshopping this. I think you can figure it out.
All right. Well, hey, we'll write it up on. We'll write a spec script of it. I don't know
Sounds
how.
good.
So at this end, my opinion on this movie is the first parts. They're fine, but you can find much better Godzilla movies with the human element. But an hour and 15 minutes into this, when they get into this amusement park fight scene, is so fucking good and possibly a top 5 ending fight credit scenes of any Godzilla movie. It's shot so beautifully, the lighting stupendous, everything so good.
Yeah, and also Mothra and Batra are such great designs. Like it's it's so good to look at, and the fights at night time, like the nighttime, so it just looks really good. They've got all the lightning going. Mothra and Batra have different color lightning that they shoot.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And then Batra's blood when Godzilla's fucking going to town on his throat is like this bright, sickly green.
Oh, I wrote down that Godzilla now, he's amped for Nathan's hot dog eating contest because it's just mustard.
Yeah, you're right. He's ready. He's getting his condiments. But they fly away, and then Batra and Godzilla drop into the ocean, and Mothra kind of seals them down there with an ancient rune or whatever. And then, because no movie is complete without Mothra sacrificing herself in some way, we find out, very end of the movie, we find out that in 1999, a meteor is coming to hit the Earth, and Batra was supposed to protect the Earth from that, but he won't be able to because he's dead. So now Mothra has to do it in his place. So that's what they agreed. Like, oh, hey, Batra, if you get killed by Godzilla, Mothra, will go take care of this meteor. So at the end of the movie, Mothra fucks off into space.
Yeah. And then Nicole had a very funny comment. They're saying goodbye to the twins, and then... Do you remember?
Nope.
They start, like, floating off, and Nicole's, like, talking as the guy goes, "You could fucking fly this entire time? I've been carrying you guys around."
That's a good, but maybe they can only fly directly into Mothra's mandibles or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it was more like not them flying, but like more of like a gravitational pull.
Yeah,
to
or they were just
Mothra.
absorbed into her. But I thought it was beautiful, and I was reading I watched this on YouTube. People don't tell everyone, but the whole movie's on YouTube, and so many people leaving comments on the movie had like the same experience I had, where they were like, this was my first Godzilla movie that I watched as a kid. I have so many fond memories of it. It's so good. I love it so much. Batra is amazing. Mothra is amazing. And then one person commented, I love it how Mothra reconciled with her brother by restoring his health. She did it because she never stopped believing there was hope for Batra because he was her brother and she loved him. Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever heard?
I hope a child wrote that.
I think it was an adult.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was going to say I hope not, because they're not allowed.
Okay, I hope a 13-year-old wrote that.
Maybe.
Because they're allowed.
Maybe.
True.
All right. Shelby, thank you so much for helping us close out this night of this KaiJULY convention.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk about Mothra and how much I love her.
And I apologize. It started out with Kingdom Shards and me saying like, "Hey."
Well, yeah, and you didn't have to bring it back up at the end here, and yet you did. So I question how sorry you truly are.
No,
He's not.
I am all.
He
I'm
does
also
that. That's
for
what he
like
does.
starting out like, hey, Batra larva or
You're like, hey, James, I really
Mothra larva.
hate this specific thing that you do. And then he's like, oh, okay, great. I'm going to do it all the time now.
Nicole, not only do I miss us snuggling,
Or I guess not
miss,
do, but say.
I miss when you made sunflowers on me.
Yeah, I hate that. Hate that.
I'm not gonna ask. We're gonna move on.
It's a True Detective thing. Watch that show.
I have seen all of that show, but I don't remember.
Don't. It's a really upsetting scene.
And then the other quote that you say that I hate all
What quote?
all the time.
Oh, probably that's not pee,
Yeah.
that's my squirt.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah, but then you listen to We Love Trash, and they say it all the time too.
Do they?
Yeah, there are episodes in this like area of chunk that I've been like going through from earliest to newest episodes. They're on a roll of saying it like every episode.
Okay.
It's a funny quote.
Oh, I thought it was my turn to talk again.
There
I
you
was
go.
like, oh, no.
Go for it.
Yeah, go.
No, I didn't have anything to say.
Okay,
Sometimes
go.
I start talking and hope that I figure out what to say by the time I finish.
And you always do.
You did it.
That's a good point. I guess I do. Well, the only thing I have left to say is hello, hip people guy who joined us in the chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, thanks for letting me come and talk to you.
What plugs?
Oh, I got plugs. Yeah, listen to my podcast, The Rom Complex. For this month, July, I actually picked all the movies that my co-host and I are talking about. So it's just movies that she wouldn't pick on her own, and I got to pick them myself. So it's going to be really exciting.
I really hope. I just realized Nicole's phone we didn't put on silent, and I hope it's not. I hope you guys can't hear in the microphones the headphones that are plugged into Nicole's phone, which is filming her. I don't know. We should be good though.
I don't think I can hear. I mean, I can't hear it.
It's too late now.
Uh-oh. Well, Nicole, what do you have to plug?
As always, darlinghomebody.com for creepy cute stuff that I make. And Darling Homebody is on all the social medias. Patreon.com/darlinghomebody.
I have something to say about that. Darling Homebody, you just posted this adorable, was like a guinea pig sushi sticker that was so freaking cute that I immediately went and joined the Patreon. So everyone should do that and get the sticker. I want that sticker.
Thank you.
Nicole, you got another patron.
Yes. I'm
It's
working
me.
I'm working on switching over to my own website and doing a whole and making it Darling Homebody society and making it all cool. So
Yeah.
I don't know, look forward to that.
The design's cool. I saw it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, go to patreon.com/MLMpod for exclusive content like Engage with Nicolas Cage. This Existed, Death from Above, a Sam and Max podcast, which by the time this is out, or if you're listening to this on live stream in a couple or a week or so, R2 Shelby 2 coming back on for that show, which is, we don't get too disgusting on that one, so it's a little laid back, a little more calm over there, guys. And, oh my god, we're gonna have bonus episodes of Mostly Speakin Sentai on there discussing Akiba Ranger. Yahoo!
Yahoo!
I'm pumped. And $10 patrons, you get more exclusive content, exclusive podcasts, watch-along streams, and you get shout-outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those, starting with R2. Do you think, you've listened to a lot of these shows, do you think you can get these patrons off from the top of your head?
Okay, yeah, we've got. Oh, what's the first? Hit me with the first one.
Steve F, aka
Steve
Hit
F.
People Guy.
Yeah, right, that's what I thought. Steve F. We've got what? Intro Void.
Nope, Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power
Berry,
Hour.
Ranger Command Power Hour. Jordan B, the Chaos Witch.
That's one of them.
Kayla, aka Two Grapes.
That you got one.
I think Joshua.
Yes, Joshua.
There are a few more than Defo, he's a rapper.
Yep, D-F-O. There you go. That you're missing Alex Z the Waz.
Alex Z the Waz.
Steve Barnes, Intro Void, aka co-host of Sweet Child of Time. Then
your mom, your mother.
I was about to say, if I was an
the
egg,
womb from which you emerged.
Yep. And then this is a new one that you haven't heard a lot. Lil Corey's BFF and roomie, Shane.
Shane, the roomie, that is a new one.
And I think that's it. You did it, R2. And we did it. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Shelby.
And we've been Mostly Speakin Sentai. Bye-bye. I'm exhausted. And see you later, stream.